teams rely on their backcourts to lead the way for them.
And if anything, it should make for an entertaining basketball game. And it becomes a little bit of a chess match when it's a backcourt duel. Those are always fun.
Here are the starters for Los Angeles. The wing pairing, George and Leonard. Ivica Zubac is out there with Robert Covington, and it's Westbrook in at the point. Now here's Leonard. Anthony Edwards unable to get his last shot to go in.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
Towns kicks to Edwards, and Robert Covington picks up a foul. That's his first foul.
I mean, I like the call. I thought the defense was just there a little late.
Gobert with it. Now Covington defending. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. And something you always hear about Jaden McDaniels, Doris, is how effortless he makes the game look.
Kev, when I watch this guy play, I feel like he glides through an NBA game. There's a finesse that you don't necessarily see from players his size. He's a handful on the low block. This young man is brimming with potential.
Now here's Westbrook. Kicks it out to Covington. Back to Westbrook. The pass to Covington. And he makes good on the layup.
Well, Russ making the great read. Outstanding work, understanding the floor, and finding his open teammate.
And now we've got some time to check in from the sidelines. You got for us, DA?
Well, Tyronn Lue and I had a few minutes to share. He's confident in their ability to win the battle of the low post. That's where he'd like to see most of the action take place. Kevin, I think we can expect them to pound the ball down low every chance they get. Let their big men go to work.
All right, David, thanks. And finished off by Westbrook.
We know this about Robert Covington. He is a team man first and foremost. Pretty pass.
Towns sets the pick for Edwards. For the three. Towns, no luck. The Clippers have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Westbrook finds George. Back to Westbrook. Outside, George. Inside, it's stolen by Edwards. Driving inside, and Edwards with the stop.
You better get out of the way. So much power from Anthony Edwards on that drive. Look out.
George passes to Leonard, and there's the foul. It's on Towns. That's his first foul.
Personal foul. First team foul.
Outside Westbrook. Kicks it out to Leonard. The three. Minnesota with the rebound.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Edwards can't hit.
Boy, he'll usually knock it down if he's left that wide open. Just comes up empty.
Doris, one thing that stood out about the Timberwolves last season was their fast-paced play.
No doubt, Kevin, and you can trace that directly to the head coaching position in Chris Finch. This is a group that loved to push the basketball up the floor, wanted to catch defenses before they had a chance to dig in the half court. And remember, that is the classic mark of a youthful team, particularly one with the athleticism that Anthony Edwards brings.
Towns, no luck.
Well, we didn't see the same kind of control we're used to seeing from him. This guy is usually a tremendous finisher.
Westbrook finds Covington. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
And really, whatever it takes on Russell Westbrook is now, you can't deny his place in NBA history. Voted as one of the NBA's top 75 players of all time.
Greg, it is impossible to argue against Westbrook belonging to that top 75 players list, isn't it?
It really is, Kevin. I mean, his career numbers and accomplishments speak for themselves. A very unique player, easily one of the best during his prime.
Los Angeles has gone 0 of 2 from deep here. George with the screen on Conley. Outside for George. And again, it's the Clippers missing.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight. And how about the impact Anthony Edwards has had?
This guy's a real game changer on the floor. Scores it at a high clip, can play big inside and play big outside. Does everything on the floor with a passion, with a joy, and with a flair.
Of course, it's been great to see the Clippers rise to prominence over the last 10 years, hasn't it?
Yeah, I mean, listen, this was an organization that spent years in futility, but you have to admire the transformation that has led to consistent success. They used to be a franchise that made the playoffs maybe once in a decade. Now you expect them to contend in the West.
Being slam dunked by Gobert.
Rudy Gobert emphatically finishes that one. Nicely done.
George looking around. Kicks it out to Leonard. Pass to Covington. 6 to shoot. From deep, George. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. It's Edwards on the wing. Defended by George.
Boy, the quickness off the dribble drive by Anthony Edwards. Being able to put it on the deck, so important.
George finds Leonard. And here's Westbrook. There's 25 seconds left in the first quarter. Got him with the pump fake, but couldn't finish. And it's sent back by Leonard.
Well, the defensive instincts have always been so strong for Kawhi Leonard. Boy, good night, sir.
Outside Edwards. The rebound by Paul George. George has got his 5th rebound right now in the game. At the end of one, a closely contested game so far. Timberwolves lead by 3. And we'll be back right after this.
Your Timberwolves defense team.
And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Timberwolves?
Attacking, drawing fouls. They won that first quarter at the line.
They have done a tremendous job of drawing contact and putting officials in a place where they simply have to make the call.
Hiding in at the wing, it'll be Edwards and McDaniel. Underneath in the post, Towns and Gobert. And it's, folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really...
The previous play is under review.
Time.
The wonders of technology. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for.
The ruling on the floor is confirmed.
And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels it's not the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. Double checking, and the game continues on.
And he knocks down the first one. And to watch NBA offense when the ball is hopping, I think you'd agree, it is beautiful. The precision, the grace, the timing. How much of that, Doris, is just making the simple pass?
I think the best basketball is played when players think, what is the next right play? And so often, Kevin, that is simply moving the basketball. On the catch, you're in triple threat position. But as soon as you don't have anything, move it to the next guy. So I couldn't agree more. Well, Covington has made himself a viable and legitimate three-point shooter. How about that one?
Edwards, a screen on Leonard. Outside Edwards. Oh, good on the three.
Well, he tries to answer with a three of his own and can't do it. You can't get caught up in the one-on-one aspect.
And the dunk by Zubac.
Just focusing on the task at hand, that's all you can do.
Boy, the tide is running one way and then shifts back in the other direction. I've lost count of how many lead changes we've had here tonight.
And Towns throws it down.
Well, if you want to pinpoint one thing about Mike Conley, it's his feel for the game. That's a pretty pass.
The Timberwolves secured a spot in the playoffs last season, Greg, and we enjoyed it after they got that emotional win in the play-in game in the Twin Cities over the Clippers. What a night.
Kevin, you could tell it meant a lot to the players. This is a team that has struggled for so long, and by getting to the playoffs, this was a step in the right direction.
Westbrook kicks to George. Back to Westbrook. Fires from deep. Rebound, Minnesota. Trying to break that ice-cold streak. Here's Gobert. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
I'll tell you, with Rudy Gobert on the floor, you have got to find him and keep him off the glass because he can be a force.
George finds Leonard to the inside. Nice passing here by Los Angeles. From past the arc. Los Angeles with another miss for Minnesota. They've gone 2 of 5 in the field here in the second quarter, shooting 40%. And that one goes out of bounds. Nice touch by Westbrook.
Great instincts from him to get a hand on that pass and tip it out.
And offensively, a little bit of a careless toss. You could have used a better angle on that pass.
Towns wide open. That's in there. Conley with the assist. Conley's got 3 assists now in this one.
Well, bigs now have got to be able to stretch the floor. Karl Anthony Towns, a knockdown three-point shooter.
Outside for George. And they come right back with their own three-pointer. George has got 5 points now this quarter. Gobert with a screen for Edwards. And Edwards with the stop.
Well, in pick-and-roll action, Anthony Edwards is thinking score first. Good decision right there.
Towns. And that's good. A nice job in the glass as they pick up 2 on the second effort. And a breakdown here, guys. The hustle stance for the Timberwolves.
Right off the bat, they're going after the ball, looking to jump into the passing lanes and create some steals and transition.
And boy, have they started out quick, running the floor, taking advantage of their speed.
Man's checked in for Los Angeles. And here's George. He'll bring it up for the Clippers. They trail by 6. Pass to Leonard. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Stolen by McDaniels. Great pass to set up the lay-in. McDaniels got the lead up to 8 now for the Timberwolves. George with the ball. Now guarded by Towns. Out left to the wing. Zubats in the post. Defended by Gobert. Gobert with the defensive effort.
And for years, Mike Conley had an interesting title. The best player to never make an all-star game. Well, that changed in 2021 when Conley was named an all-star.
And the Clippers call time here.
Who wants a t-shirt out there? Let me hear you.
Russell Westbrook in for Terrence Mead.
For your Timberwolves dancer.
On defense, the Clippers. 8-point game. Stolen by Zubats. George dishes to Covington. Stolen by McDaniels. Edwards drives in. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. Westbrook kicks to Leonard. Screen by Zubats. And it's Leonard missing. They have a chance to go 2 for 1 here.
Well, let's see how they play the clock.
Towns finds Conley. Back to Towns. And that one falls coming off Conley's feet. Towns has got 11.
I'll tell you what, it's hard to stop Karl Anthony Towns when he's looking to score. He's got every trick at his arsenal.
Los Angeles calls timeout. As the teams head into this timeout, a chance for the coaches now to map out some plays for the next few minutes and a chance for the players to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's important if they want to make sure they don't wear down later in the game.
Absolutely. Over the course of a game, you have to stay hydrated.
Gobert with the block.
Defensively, few players have had a bigger impact than Rudy Gobert. That combination of energy and length and commitment, so good defensively.
It's his first trip to the line. A free throw drops for Gobert.
At the line for Minnesota.
And that's good as he hits both of his shots. 12 seconds left to play here in the half. Here's Westbrook. And just miss after miss right now.
Boy, you can just see the frustration growing on their faces. Nothing going their way.
It's just been one of those games. And
All right, David, thank you. And stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter started.
16.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next two quarters are any different from the first two. So far, it has been a runaway. And what can you say? Towns, an impressive effort here.
Yeah, and just look at the numbers from the first half. He has been very efficient.
I think they've taken their time. They've showed incredible patience. It's a sign of a well-coached ball club.
So with Leonard on the bench, here's who Teron Lue's going with. Morris is out there with Powell. Then it's Plumlee, and there's Gordon, and it's Highland in at point guard. Timberwolves leading by 10.
And since 1999, the Clippers and the Lakers have shared their downtown LA arena, the only NBA teams to split a venue, but that's going to change soon.
There's the drive. Reed with the block. And Kyle Anderson gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game.
Second team foul.
Here's Highland. And another three for the Clippers. The Clippers broke ground on their new arena, set to open in Inglewood in 2024. I've seen the footprint. You fly right into LAX, and you see it every time. It's going to be beautiful.
And that'll be huge for the Clips. They're trying to create their own identity in Southern California. Having a venue just for the Clippers will help.
Powell kicks to Plumlee. Morris against Anderson. Morris with the bucket.
Well, this is the area of the floor where Marcus Morris can be a problem because of that frame in that game. Look out, gentlemen.
Gordon deciding where to go with it. Passes it to Plumlee. On the wing, Morris. And stolen by Prince. Oh, and here comes Prince all alone. The pass to Alexander Walker. His three-pointers off the mark. Clippers trail by 9. In the corner, it's Morris. And again, it's the Clippers from deep.
Really good job anticipating the rise and fire off the catch. Go ahead, Marcus Morris.
They set the pick. Noel. That one doesn't drop. Plumlee with some nice D. The Clippers have gotten 4 of their first 5 second-half shots to fall. 80% since the break. And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
So the Timberwolves called their first timeout.
Here they are, your Minnesota Timberwolves dancers.
A new lineup here for the Timberwolves. For the Clippers.
Your Timberwolves dancers.
Out of bounds, Clippers ball as the Clippers keep possession.
Clippers ball.
Westbrook passes to Covington. Screen by Zubats. George finds Zubats. The shot's good on the assist by George.
I'll tell you, they're right in this. We'll see if they can maintain momentum.
Probably the most important thing is they regroup. They worked out some of their frustrations, and now they're starting to have some fun.
And credit the screen for giving him the space he needed to get to the rim.
For sure, GA allows him to come in with the sledgehammer.
Boy, that's a play you just practice time and time again, and that's the result of the work put in.
And one of the biggest stories of the summer was Rudy Gobert being traded. Gets a fresh start with the Timberwolves. You're not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Conley dishes to Gobert. And he uses the glass on the lane. Gobert's got 8 points.
Now, the painted area might as well be Rudy Gobert's domain. He uses every bit of that size and length to assert his dominance.
Whistle blows. Bucket is good. And he'll have a chance at the line to make it a 3-point play. That's going to send Ivica Zubac to the line. It's going to be on Rudy Gobert.
At the line for one.
Zubac, no good on the free throw.
And last year, Minnesota had a tough end to their season. In their 10th playoff appearance, they made their 9th first-round exit.
2 minutes.
Here's Leonard. Outside for George. At the elbow, Westbrook. Back to George. 6 on the shot clock. Los Angeles needs to get off a shot here. Got a piece of it. Stolen by Westbrook. Outside, Covington. To the paint. Stolen by McDaniels. We've gone about 3.5 minutes into the third now. Down low. They get a hand on it. Here's Gobert. And slam dunk by Gobert.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
At the end of the day, though, it's 2 points. Don't hang your heads. Let's get refocused and play with more patience.
I don't think the Timberwolves, Greg, plan on letting their playoff statistics discourage them at all.
And that's kind of the beauty of this squad. They're out to make new franchise history, not focusing on the past. Just keep evolving as a team. Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flames.
One thing I enjoy is watching players who don't pay attention to the score. You lock in on the moment and play the right way.
Los Angeles calls timeout. And the Clippers making a switch here. Plumlee's checked in. There's 48 seconds left to play in the third. Here's Westbrook. Good. Nice job down low. Westbrook's got 6.
Well, this guy has always been a fantastic finisher despite contact. Russell Westbrook working right there.
Conley kicks to Towns. And that one falls coming off Conley's feet. Conley's got 6 assists in the game.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
To me, this has simply stated been a complete lack of defensive attention and focus all night long.
And he gets it back. Westbrook passes to Leonard. Another shot. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It's going to be on Rudy Gobert.
Because Kawhi Leonard has such a well-rounded offensive game, it's easy for him to put the defense in a bad position, draws contact there. You want to contest this guy's shot, but you absolutely don't want to send him to the line. He will make you pay.
Minnesota calls timeout.
And they're picking up a lot of fouls already in the penalty. Not a good sign. They need to focus on moving their feet and maintaining a good defensive position.
All right, fans, let me hear you get up for your Timberwolves dancers. All right, everybody.
8 seconds left to play in the third. To the middle. It's tipped. Leonard with the steal.
Time to see some awesome.
And here's Westbrook from the arc. And the last second attempt does not go in for him. And so it's Minnesota ahead by 9 as the quarter comes to. And let's go back to a terrific pass that we're calling tonight our State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feat.
Nothing better than chemistry, right? Working together to create a bucket.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. Underneath in the post, Towns and Gobert. Hiding in at the wing, it'll be Edwards and McDaniel. And it's Conley in at the 1. So that's the lineup for Minnesota. Outside, Covington. Outside, Conley. Down low. Towns kicks to Gobert. McDaniels passes to Gobert. And finished off by Gobert.
I tell you what, he is one guy you do not stand in the way of when he decides to attack the basket.
Outside Covington. Pass to Leonard. That shot is off. The Timberwolves go the other way with it. Here's McDaniels. That one, no good. Big D that time from Leonard. And look at how the hustle game has been going for the Timberwolves.
And they've shown great focus on the defensive end, putting constant pressure on the ball and really disruptive in terms of what they've done defensively.
Those block shot numbers are big as well, guys, sending a clear message. We are not going to be scored on easily.
Buries it from three-point range.
Well, not only prolific from three, but efficient from three. Paul George, nicely done.
Towns, a screen on George. A kick out to Towns. And again, Minnesota with the triple.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Well, that three-point shot just gives you so much room to operate on the offensive end.
Towns with the steal. McDaniels with the ball. Westbrook picks him up. And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
That one misses. Clippers trail by 10, and the foul called on Russell Westbrook. That's foul number 2 for him.
And really just a great play to sacrifice his body and take the charge.
We're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter in this one. Conley dishes to Edwards. Outside Conley. Lets it go from deep. Drains it from beyond the arc. Conley's got the lead up to 13 now for the Timberwolves.
Well, Mike Conley has mastered pick and roll play and does such a good job making the right decisions.
Leonard attacking. The shot's good on the assist by George.
What a terrific play by just a tremendous all-around player. This guy makes it look easy.
And it's Paul George with the foul. And that'll be his third foul so far. Here's Conley. Driving to the basket. Lays it up off the glass. Conley's got 5 points now this quarter.
Wow, how about the concentration from Mike Conley? Wow, that is big time. I'll tell you, most of the time, this guy's going to finish that. But that was tremendous defense that prohibits him from completing the play.
What I like here, even with the big lead, they continue to execute their offense.
And that, to me, is a sign of excellent coaching. There's an attention to detail. There is valuing of every possession.
2 points. That one goes.
What great body control from the all-star forward. Paul George, so skilled at keeping his composure under pressure.
And Robert Covington picks up the foul. That's his third foul of the game.
Third personal foul. Third team foul.
Conley against Westbrook. Conley kicks to Towns. A three-pointer, no good. And so George will bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. Trailing by 13. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. And with the 15th pick in the 2011 draft, Kawhi Leonard wasn't highly touted coming out of high school or college.
Listen, even in the pros, recognition took a while. How about this? He won Finals MVP and Defensive Player of the Year before he ever made an All-Star team. Now, one of the 75 greatest.
That's good from Conley. For the Clippers organization, GA, what do you think the goal is?
Well, it's clear to me, Kevin, get to the NBA Finals. The Clippers have never made it there. And I think a trip to the Finals is within reach of this group. They just need to stay healthy. And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher. Here's Edwards, and finished off by Edwards.
Oh, Anthony Edwards thinks this game is a dunk contest. Go ahead, young sir. What a finish.
Kicks to Covington. Fires the three. Headshot off. Timberwolves leading by 13.
And there's no doubt about this one. Playing with a lot of confidence tonight. It's a statement victory for Minnesota.
They found a great rhythm from long range.
Yeah, Kevin, every time they left a man open deep, he'd get a good shot at the basket. Didn't hesitate, and that aggression paid off.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Karl Anthony Towns.
He was extremely efficient offensively, got good looks, and really knocked down big shots all game long.
McDaniels, and he's good on the three ball. And the Timberwolves lead by 16.
Making every effort to put this game on ice.
Well, just terrific teamwork. Each guy doing his part. You love what you're seeing from them tonight.
George with the ball. Conley picks him up. And it's Westbrook missing. And they can just let the clock run out here.
Cannot argue with the W.
Boy, young talents like Anthony Edwards, so exciting to watch. You know, you've got to adapt to the NBA and continue to grow and reach your potential. But there's this infectious joy and a great smile that he plays with.
Here's Westbrook. Outside, George puts up a three. A three from Leonard. That falls. Nice feed that time from George.
As good a scorer as he is, we know that Paul George is not a ball stopper. Excellent decision right there.
And so it's the Timberwolves taking care of business here. Even early on in this one, it seemed like, David, thank you as always. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now.
ball movement, Grant.
Yeah, they really do. I mean, there's a great feel that these teams play with. Two of the smartest teams in the league. They focus on sharing the basketball and keeping everyone involved. This is a matchup for the purist.
A look at the opening lineup for the Cleveland Cavaliers. Okoro at the 3 with Mobley at the 4. Darius Garland is out there with Donovan Mitchell. And it's Allen in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Now here's Mobley. Shot clock at 2. And Garland with a basket on the assist by Mobley.
There's one thing that you can say about Garland. This man makes plays. Right there, bailing his team out when they needed him.
Pass to Towns. Outside McDaniels. Back to Towns. Nice assist and nice finish. Solid play all the way around.
As pretty much any coach, that's how he'd like to start the game.
Here's Okoro. Now Mobley. Now Garland. Pass to Allen. Here's Okoro. McDaniels covering.
And just a great job of getting there first and absorbing the contact.
Here's Conley. Outside Edwards. Fires for 3. And Conley is good for 3.
Well, Conley can be a volume scorer from the arc. The defense can't let him just have those opportunities. Well, one thing you learn about Anthony Edwards, he does not lack for confidence. He wants to become the best to ever do it, and he believes he can. Outstanding move in the lane. Just enjoy that one at home, folks.
No doubt, with some huge elevation on the finish. Here's McDaniels. The Cavaliers pull it in. And you see the ambition for greatness in Edwards. But, Grant, is he willing to do the work?
Well, B.A., think about this. He's a quick study. He listens to his coaches with curiosity. And he's driven to achieve the goals they set for him. Yeah, I think he can.
That free throw is good from Mitchell. And Grant, Donovan Mitchell wears the number 45. Not one we see a lot of in the NBA.
That's true, B.A. But Donovan's got a good reason to wear it. Paying homage to Michael Jordan. Mitchell said growing up, everyone always took 23, so he went to MJ's return number, 45.
And down it goes, 2 points.
And for Gobert, his offense continues to catch up with the elite defense. He's becoming a legitimate two-way threat.
The 3 from Mitchell. McDaniels with the rebound.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
Oh, can't get the reverse flush. The Cavaliers have gone 2 of 3 from the floor. Out to Garland. To the middle. Here's Allen. And it's Allen who slams it home.
When you're Allen, just about 7 feet, dunking comes easy.
McDaniels can't hit.
Nice contest, a high level of energy. That's how you play defense.
Inside. And it's Allen who slams it home.
And although he's undersized at his position, his vertical, yeah, that'll clean up a few mistakes.
Here's Conley. Crafty move. Nice D from Allen.
And you got to give credit to the D for never giving up on the play and doing just enough to bother him at the rim.
He tries for 3. And the basket's good. Off the assist from Garland. Garland's got 3 assists in the game.
You can really feel the momentum swinging in their direction.
Yeah, but they can't relax. They've got to keep building on this lead because it is not safe.
Towns. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. And Towns' three-pointer is elite. But some don't think centers should float around beyond the arc. What's the balance there, you think, Grant?
Well, I mean, first of all, it just shows how the game has evolved with big guys shooting like him. The bottom line, just play with aggression and don't settle. That triple is a weapon. You also got to use your size and skill inside just as often.
Now here's Allen. He's got 7. 5 on the clock. From deep, Mitchell. Karl Anthony Towns comes up with a rebound. The Timberwolves have gone just 3 for 7 here at the start. Here's Edwards. Rejected by Allen.
That reach from Allen, let's just say it's tremendous.
And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Mitchell.
Horrible mistake right there. You hate to see unforced turnovers like that.
There's 47 seconds left to play in the first. Conley passes to Gobert. And Gobert with the stuff.
Yeah, we've seen Conley do this forever, running the point with precision.
Mitchell finds Allen. Back to Mitchell. Good D by Gobert.
Outstanding work to send him away. They sniffed that one out.
Edwards with it. Now guarded by Mobley. And Edwards slams it in.
Did you guys see that? What an insane slam.
Man, you got to have some hang time to pull that off. Garland with the ball. Fires the three. No good there. 1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one. The Cavaliers on top, leading by a point.
And please give a big round of applause for the Bucks.
And if you're just joining us, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And taking a look at the Cavs' performance here, guys, what are your thoughts?
They're off to a rock-solid start. They brought a well-thought-out plan into this one.
Well, let's see if they're able to keep it up. So far, their shot selection and ball movement has been on point.
Towns plays the 4 with Gobert in the middle. Filling in the wings, Edwards and McDaniels. And it's Conley in at the 1. So that's the lineup for Minnesota. Minnesota in the lead. And for the Cavaliers, RJ, they found a little bit of rhythm, finally, after the LeBron era.
They sure have. A little 3-year skid. It looked like they were lost, but they kept some veterans around and brought in some great young talent. Maybe not title contenders, but they can make a big splash. Whew. He tried to get spicy and totally whiffed, huh? Okay. He's going to be living this one down for at least about a week.
Allen with a screen on Edwards. And finished off by Garland.
Yeah, put your head down and go to work. That's what they need to do.
Yeah, when the game is up for grabs like this one has been, it's all about the attention to detail.
Second chance effort. Takes a 3. Karl Anthony Towns comes up with a rebound.
It's tough to get open in this league, and when you do, it hurts not to capitalize.
And Edwards, here we go. And Edwards slams it in. These teams have really gone back and forth.
Yeah, 5 lead changes already. This one's going to be a battle for sure.
Garland for 3. That one drops. 3 for 6 now.
A consistent threat from outside. Garland looks to fire whenever he can get open from there.
Pass to Towns. Lets the 3 fly. Here's Gobert. The shot misses. And it's Cleveland the other way. Left side Mitchell. Garland with the ball. He's guarded by Conley. Back to Allen. Oh, it's stolen by Towns. Stolen. Conley against Mitchell. Pass to Mobley. Back to Garland. Just 5 to shoot. Ooh, Gobert with a steal. Here's McDaniels. Towns with the ball. And he gets the bucket. Towns has got 6. And an annual ritual, players finding out their ratings in NBA 2K. All right, Richard, you were customarily happy with your rating, yes?
I didn't really care, but a part of my condition of working for 2K is they said that they will retroactively change my rating to 100. The first 100 players.
You deserve it, man. For Minnesota, they've got 3 of 6 shots to go here in the second quarter. Outside Edwards. Back to Towns. The 3 is up. The rebound by Allen. Allen's got his 5th rebound in this one. Pass to Okoro. Now Mobley. Now here's Allen. Shot clock at 6. Outside Garland. Allen with a screen on Conley. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. Here's McDaniels. Well, he hasn't put up any points yet in this one. To the inside. Out of bounds. It'll be Cleveland ball. We've got 1:23 left in the first half. Garland against Conley. Mobley passes to Garland. Back to Mobley. Down low. Here's Mitchell. And slammed it home. And a foul. A chance at another point at the line. It's on Anthony Edwards.
Proving how coachable he is. Mobley, this man is building a pretty decent passing game.
Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
First personal foul.
That one's on Darius Garland. Well, the Timberwolves struck gold by getting the #1 pick in the 2015 and 2020 NBA drafts.
You are so right, B.A. Selecting Karl Anthony Towns and Anthony Edwards, respectively. 2 important players that have already had a tremendous impact on this team.
Outside Mitchell. He takes it in, and Mitchell with the slam.
Driving inside, Mitchell uses his speed to get the better of the defense. They just can't keep up.
Gobert with a screen on Garland. To the paint. Oh, and Gobert powers it home.
Once he gets to the rim, it's fairly automatic.
Nothing fancy right there. Just takes his 2 points, moves on. Mitchell with the ball. He's picked up by Edwards. To the middle. Okoro. And he goes in for the dunk.
That's great court awareness. Mitchell's just reliable at noticing when his guys are uncovered.
Here's Conley. Ooh, stolen by Allen. And here comes the break. And Mobley throws it down.
Just wow. A monster flush from the big man.
Conley passes to Edwards. Driving to the basket. And so a close game as we wrap up the first half of play. Cavaliers ahead.
23. The Cavaliers, 47.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, this second half could turn out to be a great one. Both teams trying to gain an edge. We've seen Donovan Mitchell really having a great game.
Slicing up the defense, living in the lane. Terrific first half for him.
And when you rip through the D like he did in that first half, you gotta stay aggressive. Keep getting to the rim.
And on the floor for J.B. Bickerstaff as we get into the second half. They've got Danny Green, Jetty Osman out there with Karis LeVert. Then there's Robin Lopez, and it's Wade in at the 4. Here's Lopez. Can't hit the turnaround jumper.
How did he break that one? He smoked it. Everything was set up for that to be an easy basket.
Pass to Noel. Back to Anderson. Good setup. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup. Anderson's got his first 2 points. The Cavaliers leading. About a minute played here in the second half. LeVert passes to Lopez. And it's Lopez with the jam.
Oh, nice ball movement by LeVert. A welcome sign for this team.
Here's Noel. How quiet so far offensively. Searching for his first points of the game. Pass to Alexander Walker.
Jetty Osman, first personal foul. First team foul.
Here's Noel. He's checked by LeVert. And here's Reed. 5 on the clock. The Timberwolves need to get off a shot here. Here's Alexander Walker. The three-pointer off the mark. Now here's LeVert. Not a lot of room. No good with a layup. For Minnesota, they've gone just 1 of 3 in the second half. Things just don't seem to be clicking for them offensively.
Yeah, they really need to find a way to get back on track.
Reed, good.
Another shot right in the lane. That's been their MO this evening. You know, last year was all about forward progress for the Timberwolves. Recording their second winning season since 2005. Getting on track for future success.
Pass to Wade. Lets it go from deep. The rebound by the Timberwolves. So what do you think the keys are that could help Minnesota continue to grow over last year?
Well, you know, there's always room for guys to improve their game. But I think it's really the intangibles. Building trust amongst players and becoming a more mature team.
A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. Reed, a screen on LeVert. Here's Noel. Pass to Reed. This for the tie! Back to Noel. Lopez with the steal. LeVert, right side. Here's Green. It's LeVert on the wing. Well, no scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. That one a little long. The Timberwolves trail. Here's Alexander Walker. Pass to Reed. Wide open. And another basket for Minnesota.
Sometimes it's simple. Put the ball in the hands of your scorers and let them do what they do best.
Lopez with it. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the third quarter. 6 on the shot clock. Stolen by Reed. And now the T-Wolves on the break. Noel, that's good. And the Timberwolves lead by 2.
Good fast-paced play there. It's much easier to find a shot when you beat the defense back.
Here's Wade. It's LeVert on the wing. They set the pick. To win the drought. Takes it up with both hands and rips it down.
And one move ahead of the defense. A solid pick.
And then the monster dunk to complete the play. Well done.
Great chemistry on display. He understood where to put the screen in order to free up his teammate.
It's picked off. Here's Wade. Well, he hasn't scored yet, but I'm sure that'll change.
Minnesota foul. Nickeil Alexander Walker. First personal foul. First team foul.
We've got 33 seconds left to play in the third. Out of bounds, the Timberwolves will take it. The Timberwolves have gone 4 of 6 from the floor in this third quarter. Pass to Prince. The 3. No luck on that one. And Cleveland will come the other way. Green, the pass to Lopez. Back to Green. Now Lopez. Osman on the wing. Clock at 6. Now here's LeVert. A shot from the mid-range. Oh, and the release was before the buzzer, but it's off target. Tie game in Minnesota. And we'll have the start of the fourth quarter for you as soon as we get back from this short break. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist to the game.
And I'll tell you what, this was a no-brainer tonight. Take a look at the precision on this feed. Couldn't place it any better.
You've got to admire the vision just as much as the accuracy. Not many players can even spot that pass.
3 tense quarters behind us. One more to go. Thanks for being with us as we get ready for the fourth. Filling in the wings, Edwards and McDaniels. Towns and Gobert, the towering big men at the 4 and the 5. And it's Conley in at point. So that's the Timberwolves 5. Here's Conley. Lays it up and banks it in.
Cutting into this lead. They're well within striking distance.
A stop or two in the next minute or so, and they could even this game up. Great job to keep battling.
That one drops for him.
Using that quick first step on his way to the rim, Garland is just too tough off the bounce.
Conley against Garland. Down low. Here's Towns. Oh, and Mobley with the block. And it's out of bounds to Minnesota. And we played through about a minute here in the fourth. Out left to the wing. 5 to shoot. Towns gets the bucket.
Well, Towns was the perfect selection there. He's always ready to strike with a quick shot.
Mitchell.
Oh, hey, how about that? Oh, guys. I mean, this crowd is in awe of that Mitchell dunk. Heck, I'm in awe, too.
Conley passes to McDaniels. Can't hit that one. Good D by Mobley. For Cleveland, they've gone a perfect 3 for 3 here in the fourth. Outside Mitchell.
What you love about Mitchell, he plays with energy, explosiveness, and courage.
First team foul.
All right, guys, what's your take on the hustle stats for Cleveland? First free throw is good. Both free throws good for Mitchell.
For a star like him, you get lots of opportunities at the line, and he's great at cashing them in.
Conley passes to Towns. Towns, a screen on Garland. Back to Towns. Ooh, stolen by Allen. Edwards against Mitchell. Now a timeout called by Cleveland.
Timeout. Starting.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
JB Bickerstaff had some words for his team over the break. As this game enters its final moments, he told his guys to keep their cool, saying, quote, no sloppy play. Let's stay true to what we do best. We're almost there, gentlemen.
As always, Allie, we thank you. 6 to shoot. Garland for 3. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Towns has got his 4th rebound in this one. Edwards, a pass to McDaniels. Towns with the ball. To the inside. McDaniels up top. It's Edwards on the wing. And there's the foul. It's going to belong to Darius Garland. That'll be a second foul of the game.
First team foul.
A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. Edwards a screen on Garland. Conley passes to Edwards. McDaniels from long range. It doesn't go for him. And Cleveland the other way now. Now here's Mitchell. And stolen by Edwards. And now the T-Wolves on the break. Throws it down. And with this game coming down to the wire, they're quick to use their coach's challenge. Asking for a review. This could be a big call.
People were worried that this would slow the action down. But with so many close calls in every game, the NBA was smart to adopt this challenge.
One thing this does for a coach is let his players know he's got their back. If they're adamant that the call was wrong, he'll back them up and make the refs take another look.
After the review, the ruling on the floor is overturned.
So they see clear evidence of a bad call, and they're going to overturn it. Probably the right decision.
And give credit to the officials for recognizing the mistake and correcting it. Nobody likes to say they got it wrong, but they fixed it in a hurry.
Here's Garland, and finished off by Garland.
Those are huge points from Darius Garland. This guy has become the go-to man for them in these moments. And look, you know what? Teammates need him to be big in these big moments.
Conley with the ball. Now guarded by Mobley. And he commits the intentional foul.
I mean, I'm just not sure what he was thinking right there. I mean, he needs to get his head in the game.
A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. Ooh, stolen by Allen.
That is how you deny entry. Great effort.
Outside Mitchell. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line.
A leader on this team. These guys trust Mitchell to come up huge at the line.
Second one is good, getting both at the line. And it's a 5-point game.
Coming up clutch there at the line, making it a 2-possession game.
Pass to Towns, to the paint. Sinks that one. Now shooting 5 of 10 and looking sharp.
And this is just typical of him. Always making an impact at crucial moments in the game.
And his team needs every bit of his production if they want to pull this one out. It is neck and neck here in the final period.
It's spider time. Donovan Mitchell, ice in his veins.
Here's Edwards with the drive. Money.
Oh, man. He got fancy with that finish.
He may be trying to provide the spark they need to break this one open. Pass to Allen. Outside Garland. 44 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Back to Allen. Clock is at 3. And another basket for Cleveland.
Getting better at recognizing when his teammates are open. Garland, great time right there.
Towns, a screen on Garland. From deep, Conley. He's off on that one. And it's Cleveland the other way. This is their chance to stretch the lead, Grant.
Yeah, it's a must. They have to execute and avoid the big mistake.
Here's Allen. That one falls. Nice setup by Mitchell. And it's an 8-point Cavalier lead.
Fantastic work from Allen, taking the contact on the chin, burying the shot.
Pass to Towns. Over Mobley. That one off the back iron and out. And so the Cavaliers take the win. They have to feel good about this performance. It's one they can be proud of.
Very true.
who say does that star-spangled
Welcome, everyone. Thanks. Well, we've got... teams here that are known for their half-court offenses. You're not going to see either side get out and run very often.
No, they love to slow it down. They love to come down and set the table for what they want to run. And the interesting thing, Kevin, is they've got a ton of options that they can trick defenders into thinking something's coming that's not. So this little chess match is going to be a good one.
And a look at the starters for the Cavaliers. In at small forward, in power forward, it's Okoro and Mobley. Mitchell is out there with Darius Garland. And it's Allen in at the 5 spot. And George, here we go. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
And when you look at Paul George, he's been in the middle of a couple monster trades.
A PG exchange for 2 future All-Stars in Sabonis and Oladipo going to Indy. And then that massive trade to LA, the Thunder got SGA and a boatload of picks. It just shows you how much value Paul George has. And trust me, he's very much valued by the team he's on.
And an efficient start here offensively, working it inside for the easy 2.
Pass to Leonard. Fades away. Allen with the rebound.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
A nice shot by Okoro.
And those are the kind of signs where Garland is improving his overall awareness to find teammates.
George passes to Leonard. Morris with the ball. Now defended by Mitchell. Back to Morris. And Morris throws it down.
And for a power forward, he can sure get up. I mean, because of that leaping ability, it kind of offsets his height disadvantage.
Now here's Allen. Nailed from three-point land.
That's a key to provide some spacing for this offense if Jared Allen can be confident and knock down shots like that.
George passes to Leonard. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. For Cleveland, they've gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. It's stolen by Morris. And George kicks to Morris from deep. It's rebounded by Cleveland. And now the fast break. Garland with the ball. Kicks it out to Mitchell. And good, as it just snugs right down through the net.
And you pass it to him, Spider Mitchell is always ready to let it fly. An impact player the moment he stepped into the league.
Traps in the tray. Morris has got 5.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
Brett, looking back, the Clippers have really put things together over the last decade.
They have. Injuries have been a factor the past couple of seasons, so they haven't competed at the level certainly that the owner wants to, but trying to keep this core group of guys together. And if they do that and they get health, there's a lot of talent there and a lot of guys who've done it on the biggest of stages.
Here's Mitchell. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It's on Kawhi Leonard.
And you figured once Gobert was traded, it was a matter of time before Mitchell was moved as well. You knew a team would jump at the chance to add him. And here we are now, a new start with a starring role for Donovan Mitchell.
Now, here is George. Mobley with the rebound. We've got 1:55 left to play in the first quarter. Kicks it out to Garland. And another miss by Cleveland. Clippers trail by 3. Outside Leonard. And there's the pass to Covington. And the dunk by Covington.
And how about that? Covington rising up and throwing it down with some authority.
Up top, Garland. Defended by Covington. Oh, and the dunk by Mitchell.
A dynamic leaper with an impressive wingspan. Mitchell usually has some flashy dunks up his sleeve.
Now, here is George. Leonard finds George. Out to Morris. Mitchell against Leonard. Shot clock at 6. George passes to Leonard. The shot's good on the assist by George.
Oh, nice work finding the open man by George. Plays like this prove he's a team player.
Mobley against George. Garland looking it over. Back to Mobley. Mobley double teamed. The shot will not fall. Excellent D there from George. Takes it out to Covington. Looking for George. He gets it there. Covington passes to George. And it's George finishing it off.
And he got a good look at the hands of Covington.
Cleveland's gone 2 of 5 from three-point land here in the first quarter. George against Garland. And it's Paul George with the foul. That's his first foul.
First personal foul. Second team foul.
7 seconds left to play in the first quarter. And here's Garland for 3.
Bringing a strong work ethic defensively. Morris grinding on the shooter there.
The first quarter all wrapped up, and it's been an exciting game so far. Clippers.
And please give a big round of applause for the Clippers youth dance team.
And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Clippers.
And right from the jump, they've been working hard to establish themselves inside, using agility and power to get shots in the paint.
I love the passing that they displayed at the start of the game. Great ball movement that's opening up some chances without really getting deep into the execution.
Post tandem for him, Morris and Zubats. Paul George is out there with Kawhi Leonard. And it's Covington in at the small forward position. They're the group out there for the Clippers starting the second quarter. And it's Leonard missing. Cavaliers leading. Here's Mitchell, and then Mitchell at the dunk.
What an incredible elevator. Don't tell Mitchell he's 6 feet. Donovan plays way bigger.
So timeout called here, the first for Los Angeles. Mason Plumlee's checked in for Zubats. So it's the Clippers now. Leonard with a screen on Garland. Out to Morris. A 3-ball. And no good that time. So Cleveland will take it the other way.
And you just look at what Marcus Morris has done in his career.
Well, such a solid forward in the game right now, averaging over double digits in the last 8 years. But it's been that expansion and the fact that he can step behind the three-point line and be as deadly as he's been the past couple seasons. It's been a remarkable, consistent offensive production for his career. Paul George does a great job changing speeds right there, and that's a huge part of his athleticism. Takes it strong to the cup and just daring a defender to come at him.
Well, in spite of the critics and the injuries, Paul George continues to produce one of the league's truly elite players.
Clippers trail by 3. Morris inside, working on Allen. And it's Isaac Okoro with the foul. That's his first foul.
Second team foul.
Just about a minute and a half has gone by here in the second. To the inside, Covington.
Well, that's a great job, Allen, utilizing size and length to shut down shooters.
Mitchell with it, guarded now by Morris. Inside, it's stolen by Morris. George passes to Plumlee. Outside for George. Clippers moving the ball around. On the wing, George. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. The Cavaliers leading by 3. And you mentioned the injuries for Paul George. Let's see, GA, the broken leg, shoulder surgeries, last season a torn elbow ligament.
And I'm sure there are a few others, Kevin. But give him credit. To battle through and maintain his greatness tells you something about his competitive will.
And here's George. After Darius Garland getting his shot to go from deep. Here's Leonard. The shot's good on the assist by George.
Quick rise and quick fire from the mid-range. This is automatic stuff. Kawhi Leonard.
Garland against George. Garland attacking. The slam dunk by Garland.
Gives the team such a great element having a one guard who can get to the 10.
Certainly something every team wants to have.
Like to see that assertiveness, especially from the guy who's going to orchestrate your offense.
Now Garland after the missed 3 from Mason Plumlee. Mitchell finds Allen. Here's Garland.
2 minutes.
Allen a screen on Morris. Garland the pass to Allen. It's stolen by Morris. Mitchell against Leonard. Now the dish to George. George double team. A 3 from Leonard. That ball is in the basket. Now he's shot 6 and made 3 of them. And Brent, as an NBA player, there's tremendous competition, but also shared respect, and some say a brotherhood. How does that all balance out?
I think, Kevin, there's a clear line of delineation of what you're talking about once playoff time hits the NBA. I mean, during the regular season, you see a lot of guys spending some time with one another, but come playoff time, I'd be hard-pressed to find that kind of interaction because guys know what's on the line, they know what's at stake, and competition always reigns supreme.
Here's George. The Cavaliers making the shot. And so it's going to be a 3-second violation out there on the defense. He's getting his first free throw attempt of the game here. And the technical free throw is good.
No doubt one of the best two-way threats on any NBA floor. Leonard remains hungry to keep adding to his title collection.
Now here is George. 8 points for him. 5 to shoot. The Clippers need to get off a shot. Offensive rebound.
We'll have a hard time shaking that one off. Perfect position, plenty of space. Just clanked it.
And so they choose to intentionally foul.
You're not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
There's 39 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. Greg, an outstanding score. Donovan Mitchell takes it to another level in the playoffs, doesn't he?
Hey, Kevin, how about all of his averages go up come playoff time? Spider is a guy who wants the limelight, and like other stars, takes on more of a load in the postseason.
And that's another area where he is just a superb player. Excellent at the free throw line.
And George kicks to Covington. Stolen by Okoro. Mitchell dishes to Allen. Kicks it out to Mitchell. Here's the 3. Kawhi Leonard comes up with the rebound. On the wing, Morris. It's stolen by Allen. And so that's the end of the first half. Cavaliers ahead, up by 6. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Here with Coach Duran Lou. Duran, what problems are you seeing out there?
Thanks, David. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter underway. Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. It's been one outstanding game from Donovan Mitchell.
And the way he goes at defenders, he is bound to get to the line just like he did there in that first half.
Yeah, almost inviting contact, that attack mentality on full display.
Tipping off the second half, here's J.B. Bickerstaff's 5. We've got LeVert. Green out there with Robin Lopez. And it's Wade in at the 4-man position.
Powell can play with some power. Even at 6'3", 6'4", he's got a good base.
Yes, that goes in. Osman's got the lead up to 6 now for the Cavs.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
Well, just ripping through right there as he finds the open spot and gets right through there. High basketball IQ play.
Now here's Powell. Plumlee the pass to Westbrook. Rocket 6. Plumlee in the post. Lopez covering. Back to Plumlee. And that one, good.
That's what most want to see from Plumlee. Attack mode, pound the boards, have the confidence to finish off those kind of plays.
Lopez sets a screen for LeVert. Releases from 15. Plumlee with the rebound. Clippers trail by 4. Here's Westbrook. Takes it off the glass.
So good with making plays off of the bounce. So difficult to stay with them defensively.
Third quarter of basketball, about a minute and a half in. Osman, the pass to Green. The wide open look here for Lopez. Good. Great play by Green to set it up.
Remember when big men shooting threes were as rare as a Sasquatch, and now those big guys are everywhere.
Powell, no one around him. And another 3 for the Clippers.
How about Powell just coming back and taking on the challenge, answering the call.
LeVert the pass to Osman. The kick out to Lopez. Another 3 for Cleveland.
Nice answer back there. Love to see the competitors.
Yeah, both teams finding ways to the three-point line and trying to take advantage from distance.
Now here's Powell. 5 points in the game. Batum for 3 and another 3 for the Clippers.
And Batum has the answer locked and loaded from the three-point line.
LeVert against Westbrook. Batum with the steal. Now here's Westbrook. He's tightly guarded. Plumlee finds Batum. Clippers moving the ball around for the tie. Kicks it out to Gordon. Powell, the pass to Gordon. Back to Powell. 6 to shoot. On the wing, Eric Gordon. Second shot opportunity. Unable to get that one. Cavaliers go the other way with it. 1:51 left in the third quarter. And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
Now, here's LeVert. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet.
And got to push LeVert out of that area because he's very comfortable looking to score from there.
Here's Westbrook. 4-point game. Powell kicks to Westbrook. Powell inside. Working on Green. Back to Powell. 3-pointer. And another 3 for the Clippers.
You can't let Powell find shots at the arc like that, especially when he's got that kind of rhythm.
An efficient scorer. Norman Powell can fill it up when given the opportunity.
He does score from anywhere on the floor, but it's defensive versatility that I think really helps him because he can match up with smaller guards. He can get underneath bigger wings, and that defense really allows him to stay on the floor to complement the other offensive players that are producing. And Russell right now playing heads up, looking for guys.
LeVert kicks to Wade. Green with a screen for Wade. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. The Cavaliers have been solid at the line so far. 4 for 4.
And going back a season ago, they were a pretty average team at the line, about 76% altogether.
And it's a completely new group for Los Angeles. And the Cavaliers will go with a different look here. Allen's checked in for Lopez. Okoro comes in for Danny Green. Mitchell, he's checked in for Jetty Osman. And it's Garland in for Karis LeVert.
Kawhi operating in the painted area, so tough to stop.
Allen, a screen on Leonard. The drive by Mitchell. Oh, and the dunk by Mitchell. Guys, what a back-and-forth game this has been.
And that's already resulted in 7 lead changes.
And here's George. 8 points for him. Passes it to Leonard. Over in the corner, Zubac. The 3 from George. Beat the quad and count it! He caught it!
That's how you do it. Stay patient, wait for the opportunity,
and as we conclude the third quarter, what a game. Neither team giving ground. Clippers lead by 2. We've got more in store for you right after this. Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. Post tandem for him, Morris and Zubac. Kawhi Leonard is out there with Paul George, and it's Covington in at the 3. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers. Morris dishes to Covington. The feed to George. Nobody near Leonard. The shot's good on the assist by George. George has got 3 assists now in this one. Garland against George. The slam dunk by Garland.
Cutting into that deficit now, well within striking distance.
Yeah, just much sharper out there. You can see guys getting in tune. It's not about playing harder. Sometimes it's just about playing smarter.
And here's George for 3. And another 3 for the Clippers.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
Yeah, pretty infectious right here. Guys in good spirits and percentages from downtown on the rise in the second half.
Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, thanks. During that last break, I listened in to J.B. Bickerstaff's huddle. He's not happy with what he says are late rotations defensively against their three-point shooters. And then at the offensive end, he wants his guys to get their own shots within the rhythm and flow of the offense. Kevin?
Thank you, David.
Kawhi Leonard's game is just so special. He's so talented at getting to his spots, doing it with patience and poise, and capitalizing.
Timeout called, Cleveland. Evan Mobley's checked in for Cleveland.
Everyone, get loud and proud. Let's hear it for your Pitt Clippers.
Fourth quarter now. We're about a minute and a half in.
Oh,
yes, sir.
And the coaching staff loves this. Mitchell being assertive on offense and just imposing his will.
George up top, guarded by Garland. Kicks it out to Leonard. Looking for George. He gets it there. 6 on the shot clock. Fires for 3. Morris looking over the floor. Mitchell against George. Covington passes to George. Here's Leonard, and it's good. The time running down on the shot clock. Leonard's got the lead up to 6 now for the Clippers. Here's Mitchell. Pass to Okoro. Cleveland moving the ball around. Mobley misses. And so George will bring it up for the Clippers. Just over 2.5 minutes played now here in the final quarter of regulation. Garland with it. George picks him up. And he commits the intentional foul.
Kawhi Leonard, second personal foul. First team foul.
And so here's Cleveland. They trail by 6. Mobley a screen on George. Garland, no good. LA's gone 2 or 3 in the fourth quarter from long range. Good shooting so far. Pass to Covington. Back to George. Outside Covington. Clock at 6. Zubac finds Morris. Zubac in the post. Covered by Mobley. And the dunk by Zubac.
Beautiful reverse jam right there.
Use the rim to protect the ball, I think. There's Garland. In the corner, it's Mobley. That's good, and it's Garland with the assist. Garland's got 6 assists in the game.
And great intensity here down the stretch. He's not one to shrink in the moment.
I'll take a look at it. Locked in right now in this moment. Wants the ball in his hands and feels real comfortable with the shot he's taking. That's the guy they're going to keep going to, as they should. The lead's only going up if they keep feeding him.
Garland dishes to Okoro. The pass to Mobley. Here's Okoro. Mobley, a screen on Leonard. And it's Mitchell missing. They can take their time on this possession.
It wouldn't be a bad idea. Just give themselves a little bit of a break. And once they smell blood in the water, you can see the killer instinct take over.
Yeah, up until that point, a competitive game. But once they broke through that barrier, it was all them. Complete control.
And there's an edge to Mitchell's game. He wants to be the guy in charge. And if that means he's got to get physical, he'll do it.
Leonard sets a screen for George. And a lot of contact on that one. And so the coach's challenge here comes into play. The coach protesting the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, the action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology. We've seen replay reviews so effectively and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like.
The ruling on the floor is confirmed.
And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. You're double-checking, and the game continues on.
Here we go,
Second one is good. Hitting both at the line, and it's a 9-point ball game here.
Breathe easy now. The biggest free throws in the game, and he's coming through.
Mitchell, a screen on George. Takes a 3. Again, Mitchell missing. Well, for the Clippers, they can just run out the clock. George against Garland. George with the ball. So the Clippers with the win. A confident win and one where they clearly showed the greater effort.
And as is the case most nights, we've got a lot of talent in the backcourt for both of these squads, Clark.
Yeah, there's so many outstanding shot makers and playmakers in the backcourts across the league. I do believe it is clearly a guards league these days. All of these guys can light it up and will light you up. So clearly a shooters league is what you see most of now.
Looking at the starting five for the Minnesota Timberwolves. Towns and Gobert, the towering big men at the 4 and the 5. Filling in the wings, Edwards and McDaniels. And it's Conley in at the 1. Morris for 3. And that's good. His first bucket of the game.
You know, after averaging just 1 assist per game as a rookie, George has really upgraded his passing game.
Conley passes to Towns. Outside McDaniels. Got a hand on it. Morris outside. Kicks it to George. Back to Morris. Time called here. Los Angeles decides to talk it over. And for Paul George, playing close to home on a title contending team, it's a tremendous opportunity, Grant.
And back with the Pacers, he twice made the Eastern Conference Finals, but without a doubt, this is the most talented team he's ever been a part of.
Come on, let's hear it.
Timberwolves making a change here. Wells checked in. Leonard outside. George outside. From downtown. That one doesn't drop. And it's the Timberwolves taking it the other way. Here's Noel. Towns is screen on George. Back to Towns. Pass to Noel. All sorts of time. Offensive rebound. Timberwolves. Here's Gobert. And Gobert with the stuff.
Just an aggressive move by Gobert, protecting the possession and getting the second chance look.
George with it. He's picked up by Edwards. Morris passes to Zubac. Leonard outside. Launches a 3. The rebound by the Timberwolves. Inside. On the wing, Noel. Pass to Towns. And he drives in. And that one goes in as he's fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts the free throw.
You know, when he referred to himself as the greatest big man shooter of all time, Karl Anthony Towns certainly raised some eyebrows and sparked some debate in the NBA fraternity.
Now here's George. Now Leonard. Back to George. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. You know, with Towns, there's no doubt he's a lethal shooter from downtown.
Well, the numbers don't lie, man. This guy, B.A., has been around 50, 40, and 80 throughout his career. 50% field goals, 40% three, and 80% free throws. Tell me how many big guys can match up with those numbers. Very few.
Now here's Towns. Blocked!
Dominant defense from Leonard, making a big effort to get his hand on the shot and swat it down.
They grab their own miss. And Gobert with the stuff.
That'll drive your coach crazy, failing to box out. Ugh.
Those are free points you're giving away. You gotta work harder on the glass.
Morris on the wing, covered by Towns. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by George. First quarter of play, and we're about 3 minutes in. Leonard against Edwards. To the inside. Here's Gobert. Ooh, the lead pass was in the perfect spot to set up the layup. Gobert's got 8 points.
And for Gobert, his offense continues to catch up with the elite defense. He's becoming a legitimate two-way threat.
Now here's Leonard. Edwards pulls it in.
That's the shot you hope for. Right at the rim. Just couldn't capitalize.
McDaniels passes to Edwards. And Edwards slams it in.
You can really feel the momentum swinging in their direction.
You know, they need to stay aggressive here. Build the lead up while they've got the chance. Don't waste this opportunity.
Time called here. Los Angeles decides to talk it over. Plumlee's checked in for Zubats. And here in the first quarter, a little over 3.5 minutes played.
Yeah, back in the day when I was playing, the Clippers were always an easy win. Now, LA is consistently a playoff team. Boy, oh boy, how times have changed.
Here's Noel, still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game from him. There's the triple. Doesn't go for him. And Los Angeles the other way now. Morris passes to Leonard. Here's Plumlee. Pass to George. And George with the jam.
Slam dunk city, Paul George. With the big-time throwdown there.
Edwards, a pass to Gobert. Covington against McDaniels. Leonard for three. The offensive rebound. Kicks it to George. And stolen by Gobert. Just 1 second separating the shot clock and the game clock. For three. Minnesota with a rebound. Gobert's got 4 rebounds now. McDaniels passes to Towns. The basket drops, and he gets fouled on the shot. 1 free throw coming his way.
Well, I tell you what, so hard trying to corral Towns. He's got excellent strength, good feet, good hands, and he's got a will to score the ball that you've got to appreciate.
Leonard passes to Covington. And Edwards puts up a deep three. And so it's the Minnesota Timberwolves with a 9-point cushion at the end of the quarter. Great team defense on Paul George. They're great to have you with us. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen from the Timberwolves?
You can really see the strategy coming in. Get the ball into the painted area.
Yeah, and it's worked. They've got a clear edge and points in the paint. Now we'll see if they go with a more balanced attack or just keep on pounding it inside.
Morris and Zubats play together in the front court. Paul George out there with Kawhi Leonard, and it's Covington in at the 3. That's the group for the Clippers starting the second. And the league saw a dramatic rise in the number of take fouls to stop the fast break. Clark, was the time right to make a change?
No doubt about it, B.A. Anything that slows down the game in an artificial manner needs to be eliminated from the game. So I think it was overdue, but the fact that they got to this point is good.
Here's Leonard. And it's good. First made shot in 4 attempts.
You see how composed Leonard is close to the bucket? Knows exactly how to score at will.
Pass to Towns. Back to Noel. The 3. That one's good. And it's Towns with the assist. Noel's got 5 points in the quarter.
And just totally relentless. Only increasing the intensity level.
Yeah, I love the fact he doesn't play the score. He just keeps coming. Attack mode. He doesn't know how to step off the gas pedal.
Here in the second quarter, a little over a minute of play. George finds Leonard. And now they decide to foul intentionally.
I mean, I'm just not sure what he was thinking right there. I mean, he needs to get his head in the game.
Yeah, completely a brain fade. I don't know where that came from. Just lost sense of time and the situation.
Left side, McDaniels. Pass to Towns. He's got it. 3 for 7 now. All right, guys, what do you think about the hustle stats for the Timberwolves?
Yeah, they're just attacking on defense, getting those hands out and knocking the ball free. I really like their energy defensively.
You know, another point I'd like to add is that they've had tremendous success early on converting turnovers and turning those into points.
Well, a big trade over the summer, bringing Rudy Gobert to the Wolves. And it's a bit of a fresh start for Gobert, a main star of this team that is loaded with talent, but needed that defensive anchor.
The Clippers have got 2 of 3 shots to go in the second. Here's Leonard. Kicks it to George. Back to Leonard. And stolen by Edwards. Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by.
Nice read by Edwards there, finding a wide open teammate and sending the ball his way on target.
George left side. Here's Leonard. And a nice finish on the layup.
We see this every night. He has the skill and versatility to keep a defense guessing.
And the foul on Marcus Morris. That's his first foul.
First personal foul. First team foul.
Pass to Gobert. Oh, George with a steal. Here's Leonard. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up.
I like when Kawhi forces the issue, making the defense compromise with the foul.
The first free throw is good.
And Kawhi Leonard, one of 3 perimeter players to win back-to-back Defensive Player of the Year awards. It's him, Sidney Moncrief, and a young Dennis Rodman. He's making the most of every trip to the line, providing for his team.
Pass to Gobert. Shoots over Zubac. Now here's Towns. Minnesota calls timeout.
Yeah, coach no doubt wants to use this timeout to review the matchups and maybe make some adjustments as well.
And I agree. I think there's going to be a new wrinkle in their game plan when they come out of this timeout.
To the middle. Here's Gobert. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair. On Robert Covington.
A defensive stalwart. Gobert knows this team expects him to be their anchor as well as rebound the rock.
And for his career, Kawhi Leonard has more steals than fouls, Greg.
You know, B.A., he and Jimmy Butler, I believe, the only 2 players to achieve that after a decade in the league. A pretty remarkable achievement.
Here's Noel. Gobert with it. He's picked up by Zubac. Outside Edwards. High post Towns. Shot clock at 6. The Timberwolves need to get off a shot here. Can't get it to go. Only 3 for 8.
Very surprising that he came away empty there, especially given room to operate.
George's shot is off. The Timberwolves have gone 4 for 7 in the second quarter. Edwards, the pass to Towns, and so he draws the foul. And they want a second opinion on that call. The signal for the coach's challenge has been made.
People were worried that this would slow the action down, but with so many close calls in every game, this challenge policy in 2019.
You know, one thing this does for a coach is let his players know he's got their back. If they're adamant that the call was wrong, he'll back them up and make the refs take another look.
The ruling on the floor is confirmed.
And they've made their decision. The call will stand.
And as much as it hurts to lose a challenge, I think coach would challenge that call again if he could. He really disagreed with the foul, and he still heaved.
First free throw is good. And Clark, how about the progress of the Timberwolves?
Love what they've done, B.A. They put the pieces in place to be a playoff regular and still the youth to grow in the long term. That's a nice combination, especially when you look at a guy like Anthony Edwards. He's special.
Pass to Zubac. Ooh, Gobert with a steal. And here we go, the Timberwolves on the run. Here's Edwards. And Edwards slams it in.
Boy, Edwards doing a nice job excelling in transition, has a really good understanding of how to feel the lane and get where he needs to be.
And here's Zubac. Leonard with the ball. Towns covering. Here's Morris. Oh, and a slam dunk by Morris.
And what an aggressive move to the rim. He's really trying to fire up his teammates right now.
Boy, it's not hard to feel inspired after a teammate makes that kind of finish.
You know, when you're looking to close the gap, you need guys who will take it upon themselves to step up, take the initiative, and make something happen.
He gets it off. Ooh, he released it in time, but it's off the mark. And that...
19. The Timberwolves. 30.
Fans, put your hands together and get loud for the Jabberwockies.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. If you look at Rudy Gobert in this game, he's been everywhere.
And he was a beast on the offensive glass in that first half. How can they slow him down?
And you know what, guys? I think it starts with having a body on him every time a shot goes up. I mean, they've got to do a better job boxing out.
Kicking off the second half, here's Chris Finch's 5. We've got Jalen Noel. Kyle Anderson is out there with Naz Reid. Then there's Taurean Prince. And it's Alexander Walker in at the shooting guard. Plumlee pulls down the board. The Clippers trail. Pass to Gordon. Reid against Plumlee. Out to Powell. Batum with it. Over Anderson. Slam dunk by Plumlee.
Now, B.A., you know they would love for him to get more of those opportunities.
Well, that would cut into the deficit quickly if he does.
Well, I like the way he capped off that drive. The one-hand hole punch.
Back to Reid. Oh, it's blocked. It deflects off the backboard. And Minnesota calls time here.
And you oftentimes hear about players at peace with their game. Well, that is Eric Gordon, a knockdown shooter with physicality. Plenty of room for that in today's NBA.
Fans, please give a big round of applause for the Youth Dance Team.
And Gordon, the 7th pick back in 2008, Grant. Never quite an all-star, but he's been an impact player at times in his career.
Well, you know, B.A., I mean, he's been a key contributor to some quality teams. When his shot gets going, you could be in trouble.
Conley's checked in for Noel. Now Los Angeles with it. They haven't given up any points here in the second half. And here's Westbrook, looking for his first basket, still in this one. It's an even 3-on-3 break. The reverse. And it's Conley getting it to go. And the Timberwolves lead by 8.
Beautiful reverse, using his body to shield the finish. Nicely done.
Westbrook with it. Guarded now by Anderson.
You know, when you're open on Westbrook's team, he makes sure to find you. He's a selfless distributor.
The Timberwolves have gotten only 1 of 4 shots to fall in this second half. Here's Conley. And finished off by Anderson.
He knew exactly where his man was going to be. Outstanding lead pass.
Westbrook outside. And there's the drive. And finished off by Westbrook.
Boy, this is Westbrook at his absolute best. Attacking, getting into the lane, and finishing in style.
Reid passes to Anderson. Here's Prince. Down low, Reid, and he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up. You know, Naz Reid initially went undrafted in 2019.
Hey, B.A., that happens to plenty of talented guys. The NBA is a hard league, and a lot of good players have to sometimes go through things to make it. Luckily, systems like the G League give players like Naz Reid an opportunity to grow and go there. So you keep growing like Reid did, and eventually you might find yourself in the NBA. We often talk about Gordon's scoring ability, but they're great feed to an open teammate.
Anderson for 3. The putback. Oh, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
The effort, the position, the timing, all there.
And add instincts to that. He can sense where the rebound's going to go.
And that sixth sense, guys, might be better than just about anybody else.
Minnesota's gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the third. To the paint. Here's Alexander Walker. Plumlee pulls down the board. Plumlee's got his 4th rebound in this one. To the inside. From deep, Conley. Rebound by the Clippers. Plumlee's got his 5th rebound in this one. Batum finds Powell. Back to Batum. Gordon outside. Beyond the arc. Nails it from 3.
And really, the three-point shot is Gordon's specialty. When he squares himself up, there's a real high chance he's dropping it in.
And Minnesota calls time here. And a new group getting ready for the Timberwolves. Gobert's checked in for Reed. Towns comes in for Anderson. McDaniels is checked in for Prince. And it's Edwards in for Alexander Walker. The 2021-22 season felt like a lost one for the Clippers. Kawhi and Paul George both hurt.
So true. I mean, but B.A., those two together, healthy, are scary. A finals-level duo. It kind of shows you how you can plan, build an awesome roster, but injuries can derail it all.
And Powell with the stuff.
Making sure of it with the two-hand slam, B.A.
Yeah, I don't blame him. With the score this tight, you cannot take a chance here.
I get the feeling, guys, that he may be sensing that this is a critical time in this game.
And in trading for Rudy Gobert, the Timberwolves taking a Twin Towers approach. 2 7-footers in their front court. Of course, the outstanding shooting of Karl Anthony Towns means that spacing shouldn't be much of a concern.
Well, he's certainly been on target with the free throws. Such an advantage when your bigs can knock them down from the line.
Back to Westbrook. Pass to Powell. Gordon on the wing. He's guarded by Conley. 2 seconds separating the shot clock and the game clock. It's Edwards with a drive. And Edwards slams it in.
Fearless drive by Edwards, taking the ball right into the defense and finishing strong.
There's the drive. And finished off by Westbrook.
Ooh, bouncy. That should give him a nice lift.
Good timing. They needed that one.
And, you know, that's exactly what happens when you don't settle. That's the result. Tremendous effort and a big-time finish there.
Oh, it's Towns with the finish.
How about this combo, guys? Part super athlete, part contortionist. Towns continues to impress.
And so it's Minnesota up by a healthy 8 points at the end of the period. Really mucking it up on defense. And let's take this opportunity to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, just shredding the defense with that feed. Zero chance to stop that.
Yeah, that's just a brilliant read of the defense. I mean, it was also excellent anticipation of the movement of his teammates before the pass. Just great harmony on all sides.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this 4th quarter. Oh, hey, how about
big
that?
Time right there. Big time.
LA timeout.
You know, Towns' teammates love seeing this. They encourage him to get after it and look to score more often.
Timeout called, the Clippers. And this late game timeout, getting a breather here. Important for the players to recharge. This is where you have a chance to get rehydrated with some Gatorade. And now let's take a look at the New Balance player of the game, Rudy Gobert.
A no-brainer choice here. I mean, given how incredible he's played, just decimated the defense and did whatever he wanted to. No doubt in anybody's mind that this award was going to him.
I'll tell you, this is the kind of game you love to have from your role players. Putting up big numbers, filling in the gaps, and supporting your squad out on the road. Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Guys, over the last break, I listened to Tyronn Lue address the team. He's not happy with the flow and the tempo. They've been vulnerable along the perimeter. He feels they've done a good job preventing points in the paint, but that's just not enough at this stage of the game.
All right, appreciate it, Allie. Time called here. Los Angeles decides to talk it over.
Let's have some applause.
Here's George. There's the screen. On the take. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
George, no stranger to dealing with contact and still finishing the shot.
The Timberwolves shooting a solid 53% from the floor. Pass to Towns. Ooh, good work defensively by Morris. And here are the Clippers now. Trailing by 10. Here's George.
Foul to the Timberwolves. Karl-Anthony Towns. First personal foul.
And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for the Timberwolves.
You know, all game long, they've imposed their will on the interior, scoring a lot of points in the painted area.
Yeah, another thing they did well, running the floor. They've kept the pace high and pulled away with their transition offense.
Towns, a screen on Leonard. Edwards, the pass to Towns. Back to Edwards. 4 on the clock. Good D by Covington. George against Gobert. Now here's Leonard. Defense is right there. No luck on that one. Minnesota in the lead. And Edwards, here we go. Here's Gobert. Can't hit from in close.
It's one thing to prevent the layup. It's another to do it without fouling. Just terrific defense.
Second team foul.
At the line for your Clippers, Paul George.
Something you can't put a price tag on, the Minnesota Timberwolves gained last season. Playoff experience, young guys getting accustomed to the crucible of postseason play. Extremely valuable.
Out to Leonard. Oh, deflected. And now the T-Wolves on the break. Here's Edwards. And Edwards slams it in.
Boy, the athleticism of Edwards is something to behold. Love watching him sky up to throw it down.
So, Clark, would you say playoff experience also raises your regular season play?
I don't think there's any question about it, B.A. I never had a chance in my short career to play in the playoffs, but I covered a bunch of them as a broadcaster. There's a different electricity. There's a different intensity. There's a different feel in the locker room. You learn not to back down. You learn to work through adversity, and you learn to play under pressure.
The Timberwolves have got 3 of 6 shots to go in this fourth quarter. Outside Edwards. Just over 2.5 minutes played now. Final quarter of regulation. And the bucket is good. And now a 12-point Minnesota lead.
Well, you got to respect and admire the focus of Towns. I mean, he just doesn't get rattled. He just stays with it, embraces the challenge, and keeps coming.
Got to fight harder to get over those screens.
Well, I'm going to credit the screen. I mean, that's a good, strong pick he lays there.
Edwards, pass to Towns.
2 minutes.
Outside Edwards. Towns on a screen. The 3-ball. Good. And that basket makes him 8 for 14 for the game.
And, you know, we know he has this shot in his bag. I mean, Towns enjoys going right back at the opponent with the 3-ball.
Leonard can't get it to go.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
Noel. And Minnesota again with a bucket.
Just continuing to pile it on, refusing to let up.
Yeah, and you know, that is some shaky and shoddy defensive work. They got to tighten it up.
Gets the 3 to fall.
Well, I tell you what, that's Covington's game now. He's really thinking shot before he catches it.
Gobert finds McDaniels. Now here's Towns. And the Timberwolves hit again from deep.
Man, this is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
Here's Leonard. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
Some really tough defense inside, but Leonard won't back down. I mean, he's just scrappy. He wants to make the defense work twice as hard.
And the foul called on Paul George. That's foul number 2 for him.
Second team foul.
Here's Noel.
Well, with a comeback out of range, we can put a bow on this one. Good performance for the Timberwolves.
One area where they set themselves apart today, their aggressiveness in getting steals.
It really hindered their opponent all game long. And, of course, it helped spark their own offense.
And when you look at the game, the one thing that helped fuel this team to victory was the efficiency for Karl Anthony Towns.
Boy, he was absolutely relentless at the offensive end, guys. Smelled blood and went for it.
And I'm surprised that didn't go down. I mean, I'm sure he is too.
Morris finds some space, hits the rim on the way in, and the bucket's good.
Good decision making. Scopes the situation, puts the pass right on the mark.
7-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Back to Noel. And an intentional foul right there.
And you know what? We'll give them some credit for battling today, but this one is just about over.
Simply delaying the inevitable here. I mean, at this point, even if they miss the free throws, there's not enough time left.
So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 9-point game here.
Good composure from the line there. Those shots sealed it.
George, a deep three. An absolute bomb from three-point range.
Hey, you know that George is going to take the shot when the game is up for grabs. I mean, that's who he is, and that's what's expected of him. He's an exceptional decision maker in these situations, which makes it even more obvious.
So we see the Timberwolves get the win here. Just a gutsy performance on the road.
It really was. When this one was up in the air late, they showed how
Planning on a strong performance in their home building. So the Timberwolves win the tip. And checking out Minnesota's opening lineup. Underneath in the post, Towns and Gobert. Sliding in at the wing, it'll be Edwards and McDaniel. And it's Conley in at the point guard position. And it's Towns missing.
Well, defensively, if you allow him to get this close, you're playing with fire. He just happened to miss that one.
And the #1 overall pick in 2015, Karl Anthony Towns has been the franchise player in Minnesota, but out to prove he can be the cornerstone on a contender. First points of the night, and you know this is going to be a battle of matchups.
What's going to be fascinating to watch is which matchups are they willing to go exploit.
And his presence as a scorer, it just has a calming effect for the rest of the team. He's a fallback option whenever they need him.
Mitchell passes to Okoro. The three from Garland. Here's Mobley, kicks it out to Allen. And a miss there on the triple. Here's Minnesota. Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, I was able to talk with J.B. Bickerstaff for a minute. He told me they have to lean on their post game tonight. He wants them to get the ball into the block each time down the floor and pound those guys inside. Sounds like this could be a real physical battle, Kevin. Back to you.
Thanks so much, David. Greg, in order for Towns to get the Wolves to where they want to go, and certainly where he wants to go, how does he take the next step?
For me, last season, an inconsistent playoff performance for Cat. He's got to make an imprint on the game, even when shots aren't falling.
It's good.
Evan Mobley might be a big man, but boy, how about the touch on that pass right there?
Edwards against Mitchell. Here's Towns, and the dunk by Towns.
Man, he sure can get off the floor.
He one of the best in the business, absolutely. Allen with the screen for Garland. Misses the three.
Boy, he won't miss many from that spot. The defense gets lucky there.
Pass to Gobert. Dishes it to Conley. He kicks it to McDaniels. Here's the pass to Edwards. Towns, a screen on Mitchell. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
Oh, that's a strong finish. Karl Anthony Towns will go to the line, try to put the cherry on top.
The Timberwolves shooting their first free throw of the game. And Doris, looking back at last year, the Cavs far exceeded expectations.
They played beyond their years. Such a young team that played with such maturity, and that was coming off some very lean years. To me, their talent is unmistakable. Give credit to the organization for drafting well and making key trades that have really elevated this roster.
A costly foul there. He'll shoot 3 free throws.
Guys, you have to remember when thinking and talking about the Minnesota Timberwolves, it's an organization that is still so young.
Good on the second free throw. You know, basketball historians will remember that the Minneapolis Lakers, Doris, won 5 titles before relocating to Los Angeles in 1960.
And I think the current crop of T-Wolves fans, Kevin, see...
Hammering it in!
Well, why did Donovan Mitchell win the dunk contest? Case in point right there.
Gobert with a screen on Garland. Conley dishes to Gobert. Nice move. It's in there. Conley with the assist.
Yeah, another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively here so far.
Garland against Conley. Allen outside. It's stolen by Edwards.
Donovan Mitchell.
And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Timberwolves?
And guys, I love the movement. Doing a great job of just getting the ball on a string, creating some opportunities.
I think the other thing they've done a great job of is making their presence felt inside, converting tons of paint opportunities.
Here's Gobert. And finished off by Gobert.
Well, putting all of that 7-foot frame to use, Rudy Gobert has been one of the consistent offensive rebounders in the league.
Timeout is called. First of the game for the Cavaliers. The Cavaliers trail by 8. Garland left side. Mobley. And Mobley throws it down.
Well, just quick with the decision-making. Smart pass by Darius Garland.
It's Edwards on the wing. Covered by Mitchell. Conley kicks to Edwards. The Timberwolves need to get a shot off here. And they'll turn it over. Could not get off a shot. 24-second violation. Cleveland's gone 1 of 5 from downtown in the first quarter. Points out there have been hard to come by. Pass to Okoro. In the corner, it's Mobley. Here's Mitchell. And the rejection by Towns.
Karl Anthony Towns twice on the pipe. Send it back, big fella.
He made the only free throw attempt he had earlier in the game. And the first one drops.
Shooting for Minnesota, Karl Anthony Towns.
He's perfect from the line this time.
Well, this guy has multiple ways to get to the free throw line. And boy, has his stroke been on the money.
Pass to Mitchell. Over Edwards. Oh, and the buzzer beater's good.
And give him credit. Good awareness of the time remaining.
And to me, the way you end quarters impacts how you end the game. It can go a long way between a W or an L.
It's been all about Karl Anthony Towns for Minnesota.
Your Cavaliers use team. Okay, everyone.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And what do you guys think about Minnesota here in this one?
They've gotten to the line with tremendous consistency here through the first period.
And this is why coaches say be aggressive. As long as you're playing smart, good things tend to happen, even if you're on the road.
The defensive pair in the post, Mobley and Allen. Garland is out there with Mitchell. And it's Okoro in at the 3, the small forward. That's the group for Cleveland going right now here in the second. Mobley with the block.
Shooters have got to be careful and understand Evan Mobley is an elite shot blocker. He's going to let you feel him now, guys.
And the D getting outworked there on the putback. Can't let that happen.
You have got to put a body on somebody. We talk about it ad nauseum, but you've got to be disciplined with the box outs.
Mobley the pass to Okoro. And Edwards with a clear path to the
Wow, the long reach of Cat. When he grabs for the ball, it's over.
And the assets traded by the Wolves for Rudy Gobert surprised a lot of people. In essence, 5 first-round picks, 3 of them unprotected. They better hope this thing works out. A lot right. Great job of screening there. Nice job to take it to the rim and get the finish.
Right side, Edwards. Stolen by Mitchell. Now Cleveland moving it up. Conley grabs the miss. Timberwolves leading by 8. Right wing. Here's McDaniels. And that one falls coming off Conley's feet.
3.
Conley's got his 4th assist in this one. Here's Garland. And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
Garland feeling it out a little bit. Allen with the screen for Garland. Gobert with the block.
Defensively, few players have had a bigger impact than Rudy Gobert. That combination of energy and length and commitment, so good defensively.
Glad we got the chance to see that remarkable rejection.
And boy, did he get up quick to reject that shot. That's as fundamental as defense gets.
They get it back. Shot clock at 2. Count that one for Mobley.
We know unequivocally Evan Mobley has length. He's got timing. This guy eats up rebounds.
Here's Towns, and the dunk by Towns.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. Pass to Mitchell. And for those of you just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Count that one in, and the Timberwolves lead is cut down to 9 in the bucket from Mobley. Doris, with the officials calling slightly fewer fouls, it seems like we see a more physical game on the floor. What do you think?
I think it's a change for the better, Kevin. Obviously, you want guys to be safe, but the defense must be allowed to do their job.
Towns, count that as his 7th field goal in 9 tries. He's shooting 78%.
Boy, the well-rounded offensive arsenal allows Cat to deliver consistently on the offensive end, and boy, he is in rhythm right now.
Garland against Conley. The pass to Mobley. 4 on the shot clock. Cleveland needs to get a shot off here. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. Timberwolves leading by 11. To the paint. And Edwards with the stuff.
Goodness, Anthony Edwards, always on the attack. This guy is just so dynamic.
Garland kicks to Mitchell. That 3 off the mark.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Timeout called, first of the game for Minnesota.
Adjustments are a part of the game, and the coach sees something he doesn't like here.
Well, this is a chess match. Looking ahead a few moves and trying to execute toward that.
We've got 1:18 left in the first half of basketball. Here's Conley. Got it. Good job in the low post. Conley's got his first points in this one.
Well, if you give Mike Conley any kind of position on the interior, he is just crafty enough to finish it.
Timberwolves passing it around. Towns with the bucket.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flame.
One thing I enjoy is watching players who don't pay attention to the score. You lock in on the moment.
And it looks like, yep, it's a coach's challenge on the personal foul. It triggers a replay review by the official.
For your Cavaliers.
And this is the time now where the official
The previous play is under review.
constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays,
After review, the ruling on the floor stands.
how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. Double checking, and the game continues on.
You know what you love about Darius Garland's potential? It's as a scorer in this league, right? He's so aggressive. He plays assertively, and that, to me, is the key for young players.
And Zoe Allen will bring it up now for the Cleveland Cavaliers. 15-point game. A nice shot by Mobley.
And in the painted area, Mobley just so effective. Hard to cover a guy who's got that kind of size so close to the cup.
Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. Edwards passes to Towns. Back to Edwards. And stolen by Mobley. Inside. And he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. That one is on Towns.
That's a high basketball IQ by Evan Mobley. This guy uses the aggressiveness of the defender against him. Smart play.
With 2 shots. Timberwolves timeout call. Let's give it up for your Cavs powerhouse dance team.
shooting 2.
We throw good, Mobley.
Evan Mobley is truly a coach's dream. You get the substance and the style. You get the effort and the skill. And this all from a skinny 7-footer. Boy, his frame's going to fill out and the game becomes more dangerous.
Conley, the pass to Towns. 1 second left. It's in there. Conley with the assist. Conley's got his 7th assist in the game.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly.
Thanks so much, David, and we'll step.
25, the Timberwolves, 38.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. And what can you say? Towns, an impressive effort here.
And you know he's going to put up points every time out, but boy, he made it look so easy in that first half.
And let's see if he continues that trend the rest of the way. He certainly has the talent and the endurance to do just that.
And on the floor for Chris Finch as we get into the second half. They've got Torian Prince. Anderson is out there with Nazgul. And it's Noel in at the 1 spot. Stolen by LeVert. In transition, here come the Cavaliers. Green kicks to Lopez. And it's Wade in the corner. And then Wade slams it in.
Yeah, nice, strong finish on the inside.
But Greg, that's what he does. He's got the dunker mentality. Passes to Alexander Walker. Prince outside. Over Green. And it doesn't even draw iron. The Cavaliers trail by 9, and the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit. That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
A new lineup here for the Timberwolves. And the Cavaliers call time here. And it's a completely new group on the floor for the Cavaliers. Here's Garland. Allen, a screen on Conley. Garland kicks to Okoro. Mobley against Towns. And it's Mitchell missing. Minnesota leading by 9. Growing up around New York City, Doris, Donovan Mitchell was around pro sports as a kid.
He sure was, Kevin. His dad obviously worked in baseball. Donovan spent a ton of time in big league locker rooms. And how about this? During the 2010 fame decision from LeBron, Mitchell was actually in the crowd listening to it.
Gobert with a screen for Conley. The dish to Gobert. And finished off by Gobert.
Rudy Gobert emphatically finishes that one. Nicely done.
Edwards against Mitchell. Driving in, and it's Mitchell with the jam.
Unbelievable explosion. Shows a great burst to the rim. Extends over the taller defender.
Edwards. And no good. And it's the Cavaliers taking it the other way. Here's Mobley, and Mobley throws it down.
Oh, my goodness. That is nasty, Evan Mobley. That's almost unfair.
Minnesota calls timeout.
Timberwolves timeout. Out call.
Fans, please give a big round of applause for your Cavaliers youth dance team.
Noel, he's checked in for Edwards.
Jalen Noel.
Minnesota leading by 6. Conley kicks to Towns. Conley, the pass to Towns. Here's Noel. The kick out to Towns. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
I love when Karl Anthony Towns is aggressive aggressive to score and willing to embrace the contact.
And no matter what, one of the big positives they can take away from this game is how well they perform at the line.
Boy, a really soft touch on display. It is a luxury to have a big man who can hit from the line at a consistent rate.
Here's Garland. Pass to Mobley. He's looking for Mitchell and finds him. And the layup's good off the glass. Mitchell's got 4 this quarter.
Donovan Mitchell has an earned reputation as being elite as a scorer in this league. He's cooking right now.
Towns a screen on Garland. Gobert trying to get open. And Towns the bucket on the assist by Conley. The Cavaliers trail by 8. And the Cavaliers call time here. Karl Anthony Towns with a strong contribution so far in this one.
Boy, he's been relentless. And to this point, they haven't had an answer for him on the inside. Let's see if they make some adjustments coming out of the timeout.
Give him a round of applause.
The Cavaliers have gotten 6 of their 7 shots to go down in this quarter. What a fantastic start to the half. Mitchell outside. Screen by Allen. The drive by Mitchell. And it's blocked by Conley. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Conley. And the Timberwolves making a change here. Edwards is checked in. We've got 1:23 left in the third.
We know this about Donovan Mitchell. This guy shows no fear even inside. Draws the foul there.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
Yeah, he wasn't someone you wanted to foul if you were defending him last season. 85% is what he made from the line.
Timberwolves leading by 6. Here's McDaniels. 5 points in the game. Conley, Towns trying to get open. The putback is no good. And so it's Mobley now who brings it up for the Cleveland Cavaliers. And then Mitchell at the dunk.
That's a monster finish by one of the elite athletes in the NBA. Donovan Mitchell doing work.
Conley the pass to Towns. Over in the corner, McDaniels. Edwards against Mitchell. Stolen by Allen. Mobley inside. Kicks it to Allen. Mitchell looking it over. And then jammed down as he goes right over Rudy Gobert.
There is a level of physicality, and the frame of Donovan Mitchell allows him to finish through contact.
Gobert with a screen for Edwards. He feeds it to Gobert, and he converts the layup. 8 points for Rudy Gobert.
And you gotta love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of a grinded out game.
Now Garland. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Garland's got 6.
Boy, how about the nimbleness to overcome the defense inside. Darius Garland makes his opportunities.
And as we finish the third quarter, it's still close. Both teams trading baskets. The Timberwolves on top, up by 2. And fourth quarter basketball will be coming your way on 2K Sports right after this. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, a terrific, unselfish play right here. Set up his teammate. And how about the setup this one?
How about the secondary playmaking you are getting? Great to have that from the shooting guard spot.
3/10 quarters behind us. One more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the fourth. In at small forward, in power forward, it's Okoro and Mobley. Donovan Mitchell is out there with Garland. And it's Allen in at the center. That's the 5 for Cleveland right now.
This is what Donovan Mitchell entered the league with. That explosive first step and earns himself a trip to the free throw line.
And it's tied up with that one. Timberwolves shooting a superb 63% from the field. Conley the pass to Towns. To the middle. Gobert dishes to Towns. He kicks it to Edwards. Feeds it to McDaniels. It's rebounded by Cleveland. Mobley's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Now, here's Mitchell. Oh, and the dunk by Mitchell.
Hey, guys, I don't know that this is the time for that kind of flair. In a close game, the important thing is to get the 2 points, not necessarily the dramatics.
Oh, come on. He had to go for that, didn't he? My goodness. Edwards looking it over. Shot clock at 5. McDaniels kicks to Edwards. Shoots the 3. Tips it, controls the rebound, and puts it back up and in.
Oh, how about the deft touch right there, guys?
He just guided that ball back up and in. Just a fingertip touch on the ball. Mobley, a screen on Edwards. Here's Mitchell, and then Mitchell with the dunk.
My goodness, how do you guard against that? Mitchell, tremendous at just getting through the contact.
Here's Edwards, feeds to Gobert. Lead pass was put in just the right spot.
And you can feel the excitement in the building. Both of these teams pouring it on.
There's been a bit of a flurry here late, and this game may come down to which side gets a stop or two.
Timeout called, Cleveland. It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Hey, Kevin, during that last break, I heard J.B. Bickerstaff talking with his team. This game's still up for grabs. He told his team, hey, we're in position to take this one, guys. Let's stay focused and stay together, and we'll get it done. We'll see how it plays out, Kevin.
Thanks, David.
You can see the kind of confidence Donovan Mitchell has in that handle. His ability to navigate off the dribble drive, nice.
Here's Towns. The shot off that time. Garland with the defensive effort. Mitchell with it. Picked up by Edwards. And then Mitchell with the dunk.
Donovan Mitchell might be young, but this guy is fearless and capable of big-time opportunity making.
Edwards passes to Gobert. Out to Conley. Back to Gobert. And the officials call him for a 3-second violation. The Cavaliers leading by 4. Now the feed to Okoro. And out of bounds as the Timberwolves gain possession.
That looks like a lack of focus. You've got to question what he was trying to accomplish there.
Around 3 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
Conley against Garland. Conley, the pass to Gobert. And finished off by Gobert.
Rudy Gobert is so competitive. Doesn't want to let a big moment go by. Nicely done.
Here's Mitchell, and he drives in. Oh, and the dunk by Mitchell.
Oh, and he got fancy with that one.
Yeah, maybe trying to give them the momentum boost they need to break this game open. Conley kicks to Towns. Cavaliers with the rebound. 1:32 left in the fourth quarter of this one. It's to Okoro. Mobley outside. Shot clock at 6. Mitchell passes to Mobley. And Mobley throws it down.
How about the young big man, Evan Mobley, coming through in the clutch? We see you, young sir.
Gobert with a screen for Edwards. And Edwards with the stop.
Oh, the young gun, Anthony Edwards with the big-time delivery.
59 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Edwards against Mitchell. Now the pass to Okoro. Allen, a screen on Edwards. Here's Mitchell. And too long on the shot. And it's Towns with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Minnesota Timberwolves.
You just love seeing a player with absolutely no fear.
To me, more often than not, when you attack, good things happen.
Outside Garland. Stolen by Michael Conley. It drops. He has tied up this game. Oh, what a shot.
Well, Mike Conley's a veteran. What confidence, what clutch play. Nicely done.
Conley against Garland. Towns with the steal. And timeout called by Chris Finch.
Get up and get loud. Please welcome to the floor, your powerhouse dance team. Stand up and make some noise.
And the Timberwolves call timeout. Here's Edwards, and that's going to do it for regulation. So we are headed to overtime. Don't go anywhere, folks. Glad to have you with us as we get going in overtime. Neither team giving an inch in this one. Here we go. The defensive pair in the post, Mobley and Allen. Garland is out there with Mitchell, and it's Okoro in at the 3. And yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
Well, you love watching Karl Anthony Towns play, guys, because this is an offensively gifted big man. He can shoot with range. You can put him in the post, let him work back to
The previous play is under
the
review.
floor. A lot to love on the offensive end.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch.
After review, the ruling on the floor stands.
Involving the coaches by being able to. A challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Cavaliers trailing. Mitchell passes to Okoro. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. That's on Jaden McDaniels.
This guy has got great positional size at the 2 guard. Isaac Okoro can be challenging to guard.
And he's good on the second. The Timberwolves shooting a tremendous 61% from the floor, hitting on all cylinders. Gobert with a screen on Mitchell. Edwards. Oh!
Oh, give me a little sauce, Anthony Edwards. Rise high and finish over the defender.
And here's Garland for 3. Rudy Gobert with the rebound. Gobert's got rebound number 5 here tonight. And here is McDaniel. Tipped away and stolen by Mobley. And one action in this one. We're about 1 minute into overtime. And Allen with the slam.
Nice creativity from the big man, Jared Allen. You've got moves upon moves.
Gobert with a screen for Edwards. Nice to the hoop.
And that's what he does. I mean, he is a bucket getter.
The Cavaliers trail by 3. Garland with it. Passes it to Mitchell. It's stolen by Edwards. An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg, I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
Here's McDaniels, and he banks in the layup. And it's a 5-point Timberwolves lead.
Well, they're trying to establish their attack down in the paint, and make no mistake, these help their overall confidence.
In the corner, it's Mobley. Up again. Allen dishes to Mobley. Oh, and the dunk by Mitchell.
You talk
about putting some extra on it. That dunk was way over the top.
Close game or not, he's going to finish firm when he gets the space. Edwards against Mitchell. The kick out to Towns. Shoots over Mobley. And it's Towns missing. And so it's Mitchell who brings up the ball for the Cleveland Cavaliers. Here's Towns. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a three-point play chance here for him.
Oh, needing a bucket there. Towns doesn't hesitate.
The free throw drops for Towns.
And that tacks another big point onto the league. Great N1 play showing us now a little bit of that killer instinct.
Garland kicks to Mobley. On the wing, Mitchell. Takes it inside. Money!
He might be young, but Mitchell is clutch. That's beautifully done.
8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. And it's Conley penetrating. Now, here's McDaniel. Guarded closely. Gobert with a screen for Towns. Just 5 to shoot.
Boy, you've got to watch those long arms of Jared Allen. Twice on the pipe, send it back.
Here's Mobley. Yes!
What a great shooting performance. His percentage is outstanding.
And now an intentional foul. They need the ball back as soon as possible.
Honestly, just doing what they have to in order to get the basketball back.
And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 4-point ball game.
Well, what a performer this guy is. Game is on the line. He stands up and delivers.
Timeout called the Cavaliers. They're behind by 4. 3 seconds left in overtime. The 3 from Garland. And so it's the Timberwolves who come out on top here. They had to scrape and claw to push it to overtime, but they really came on in the extra period.
What a...
And a peek into the locker room. Players soaking in the last... few moments... before the game, some final preparations here. Tip-off goes to the Clippers. Now the opening lineup for the Los Angeles Clippers. Robert Covington is out there with Marcus Morris. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. Then there's Nicholas Batum. And it's George in at the point. Well, when we look at tonight, this could come down to the backcourts, Grant. They're both very talented.
Yeah, B.A., you know I love great guard play. And, of course, each team has some serious skills at that position. So expect a fast pace of play, lots of threes. It should be one heck of a matchup.
Here's Allen, and it's Allen who slams it home.
The B.A., when he gets the rim in his sights, it's tough to stop.
So aggressive and a determined finisher. Nice. Now here's George. Morris, right side, fires the three. Count it. 1 for 1 to start the game.
Beautiful dime from Covington. He doesn't hesitate to share the ball.
Pass to Okoro. Allen with it, guarded by Morris. And Allen gets it to go.
And setting the tempo with an assertive move. Like, where was the defense on that play?
No excuse. You have to be aware. He should be on your radar all the time.
Hey, when in doubt, run the defender off the screen.
And you know, with a result like that, we'll see them run it again.
Especially if the defense is going to allow you to do it. Have to switch on that play.
Mitchell into the lane. Oh, and Mitchell powers it home.
What you love about Donovan Mitchell, not only does he explode into his moves, he finishes with authority.
Now here's Batum. Morris finds Covington. Now Leonard, 6 on the shot clock. Morris passes to Leonard. Over Mitchell. The rebound by Allen.
Can't fault the play call. Even though he couldn't convert, that's a good shot.
He's shaking the hoop. He's actually shaking the whole building.
Oh, what a slam. Look here, the fans going crazy right now. Leonard with the ball. Picked up by Allen. Covington passes to Leonard. Driving inside. Batum outside. Tries again. And it's laid up and in by Leonard.
What dominance from Kawhi on the glass, making sure he gets those second chance points.
Allen with a screen on George. Garland for 3. Pure from 3-point range.
Defensively, you have to stay connected to him on the perimeter.
The Clippers trail.
In terms of offense, the Clippers have been up and down in recent years. When they're healthy, they're dangerous. When they're not, it's a struggle.
Now here's Leonard. Down low. And the dunk by Leonard.
Finishing that possession with an exclamation mark. Kawhi making his presence felt.
Outside Mitchell. Oh, and Mitchell powers it home.
One-handed tomahawk. That's a guaranteed highlight, B.A.
Check out the bench. They flew out of their seats after that. Now here's Covington. Pass to Leonard. Oh, Morris with a steal. A minute 31 left in the opening quarter. And for some reason, he decided to foul there.
Yeah, B.A., that's an odd move. Maybe there's something else behind it.
Morris passes to Covington. Back to Morris. Now Batum. To the middle. Unable to get that one. The Cavaliers go the other way with it. And Smitty with the Clippers, it shows how important depth is to an NBA offense.
Yeah, you know this. It's great to have a powerful first unit. But if your second unit can't carry its weight, it's a fragile situation.
Morris on the wing. Back to Leonard. Here's George. And George with the jam.
Great vision on that pass. Kawhi moving it to the open teammate.
Outside Garland. Inside. Here's Allen. And the basket's good. Off the assist from Garland. Garland's got 4 assists in the game.
Good execution. They're getting some short-range looks here.
Now here's George. He has 6. Morris for 3. Mobley grabs the board.
He had more than enough room to hit that. Just couldn't make it happen.
Here's Allen. And it's Allen who slams it home.
Because he attracts so much defensive attention, Donovan Mitchell often finds teammates all alone.
5-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. The kick out to Morris. Allen against George. He's got it. 4 for 4 now. He's automatic.
Terrific play. This is why you run your offense through him and live with the results.
Garland with the ball. Mobley. And so he draws the foul. Headed to the line to shoot a pair.
His first team foul.
Free throw good. Mobley.
Evan Mobley at the line.
And both free throws good for Mobley. Now here's George from behind the arc. That misses. Would have counted had it gone. Jared Allen getting it done for Cleveland. 8 points in the quarter, showing how effective.
Fans, please give a big round of applause.
If you're just joining us, we played through 1 quarter in this one. All right, well, a look at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for Cleveland.
For me, it's all about playing downhill. They've been making it look easy to find penetration in this one, attacking the lanes and forcing the issue with the D.
Another area they've excelled in is the points in the paint. They've been able to gouge the interior defense so far in this one.
Give them a round of applause.
Here's Garland. The lengthy pair of Mobley and Allen are together inside. Darius Garland is out there with Donovan Mitchell. And it's Okoro in at the small forward position. That's the 5 for Cleveland right now. Allen controls the rebound and the putback. Allen's got 10 points.
Tremendous effort from Allen, one of the top offensive rebounders in the game.
And he commits the intentional foul.
I mean, I'm just not sure what he was thinking right there. I mean, he needs to get his head in the game.
And the Clippers making a change here. Zubats checked in. The ball's knocked loose. Stolen by Mobley. Oh, got a piece of it. Zubats with the steal. Kicks it to George. Covington passes to Leonard. It's George on the wing. It's stolen by Garland. Here's Mitchell. And Mitchell with the slam.
I like that Donovan Mitchell's not afraid to attack the rim. He finished strong.
Oh, and the dunk by George.
Insane move by Paul George, a high flyer who can create in midair.
Mitchell finds Mobley. And Mobley throws it down.
Nice one-handed jam. Simple and effective, PA.
Hey, with the lead, I'm surprised he didn't come up with something a little more creative.
Something a lot of folks don't know about Donovan Mitchell. He was in the crowd during the famous broadcast of the decision by LeBron James.
Nice deflection there. Really trying to disrupt their offensive flow.
This is called an effort play. Terrific hustle at the defensive end.
Back to George. It's stolen by Garland. Mitchell against Leonard. From deep three-point range. Mitchell misses. That's pretty crazy to think Mitchell was actually in person for LeBron's announcements. But
B.A., he was just 13 years of age. It took place at his high school in Connecticut, and he begged his mom to go. He said there were so many Knicks fans there, he was the only one to cheer when LeBron chose Miami.
And here's Garland. Puts up a three. Hits a three-pointer. Garland's got 6.
His three-point shot looks so pure. The defense allowing him to get comfortable out there.
Zubats with a screen on Garland. Pass to Covington. Mitchell against Leonard. And here's Zubats. Rejected by Allen. And we're just over 2.5 minutes into the second. Garland with the ball. He's picked up by Zubats. Allen can't get it to go.
Offensively, that's how you want to end the possession, except for the result.
It's tipped. George passes to Covington. Batum outside.
Remaining in the first half. 2 minutes.
Pass to George. 6 to shoot. And so they foul intentionally. Morris, he's checked in for Los Angeles.
Second team foul. Clippers substitution. Marcus Morris Sr.
Leonard against Allen. Here's Batum. It's good. And the assist that time from Leonard. Batum's gotten himself going with a triple. His first basket of the game. Here's Mobley. Oh, Covington with a block.
All over, guys. I like watching Covington be a pest on the defensive end.
Leonard passes to Batum. Out to Covington. Now Morris. To the inside. Back to George. Timeout called, the Clippers.
And we'd all love to hear what goes on in those huddles, but we just get the snapshots.
No, we're left to infer from the adjustments we see on the floor.
Once again, fans, that was your Cavaliers Screen Team. Let's give them a big...
We've got 1:13 left to play in the first half. 2 on the clock. Shot by Leonard, no good. The Cavaliers leading. To the paint. Pass to Okoro. Here's the three. He can't get that one to fall. And Los Angeles the other way now. The rebound by Allen. Allen's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Left side Garland. 40 seconds left in the first half of this one. Mitchell into the lane.
Always on the attack. Mitchell loves to drive it to the hoop, put the pressure on the D.
Garland against George. Leonard with a screen on Garland. And the foul called on Paul George. That's his first foul of the game.
I love great defense. Just quick to establish his feet, and he takes the hit.
Outside Garland. Outside for Mitchell. From the arc. And give him another one. He's 6 of 8 and looking solid.
We've seen steady improvement in Mitchell's three-point shot. He's a legit threat from deep.
Leonard with a screen on Garland. George passes to Leonard. And so it's Cleveland closing out the quarter ahead by 11 points. What has them in front right now?
The Clippers, 22.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly in the second. What a game we're seeing from Donovan Mitchell.
I like how they control the tempo and play to his strengths.
And many of those quality shots have been jumpers. A very high percentage of those in the first half.
Checking out the group for Ty Lue to start the second half. Mason Plumlee out there with Norman Powell. Then there's Ivica Zubac. Then there's Russell Westbrook. And it's Gordon in at the 2. LeVert goes against Westbrook. Here's Wade, down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Osman, counted from distance. Osman's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. You know, Grant, sometimes with certain flagrant fouls, you'll hear people say it was a dirty play, but not a dirty player. But when does it become both?
Well, we all understand, B.A., dirty plays aren't good for the game, but sometimes a flagrant foul will happen. A lot of times, though, you have to factor in a pattern of behavior. I really believe players who have a history of being called for a lot of flagrant fouls plays a big role in how it's perceived.
For 3, Westbrook drops in the 3.
This is who Westbrook is in a nutshell. A flat-out baller with a quick trigger.
Outside, Green. Here's LeVert. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line.
Yeah, and you never want to let shots at the rim go uncontested.
Karis LeVert taking 2 shots.
And he sinks the second.
And when healthy, LeVert is a problem. A multi-dimensional guard who can score, pass, and rebound at an impressive clip.
It's Powell on the wing. Kicks it out to Westbrook. Pass to Zubac. Gordon with it. And there it is for him.
It's nice to see they're not settling for three-pointers. These guys are putting in the work inside.
Lopez, the screen. Here's LeVert. And he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim.
Rock solid screen right there. The defender got completely lost.
Hey, if you're not going to fight over, you're essentially giving the shooter the look he wants.
Westbrook finds Zubac. Rebounded by Lopez. The Cavaliers have gotten 2 of 4 shots to go since the break. And there's the call on Mason Plumlee. That's his first foul of the game.
Second team foul.
A little under 2.5 minutes gone by in the third quarter. Westbrook against LeVert. Clock at 6. Here's Osman. Rebound by the Clippers.
Oh, gritty defense. Protecting the rim at all costs against a guy who has all sorts of ways to finish.
Pass to Plumlee. Westbrook outside. And they get it back. Back to Zubac.
2 minutes remaining.
Not sure why he committed the intentional foul. No purpose.
I think everyone's a little confused, but weird plays happen.
Westbrook with a screen on Green. Yep, count it.
We see this every night from Norman Powell, putting on his hard hat and going to work.
Down low. Here's Green. The Clippers grab the miss. Zubac has got 6 rebounds now in the game. And as Westbrook gets older, he's indicated that he's not looking to change how he plays for him.
And that can be a double-edged sword, B.A. You love his aggression and confidence, but you wonder how his game will hold up as his athleticism goes.
And he can't get the first one.
Russell Westbrook's ranks on the all-time list are incredible. He's in the top 100 for points, rebounds, assists, and... Oh my goodness! Just look at the way Mitchell's built. The strength in the upper body.
The drive by Westbrook, and he'll draw the foul. He'll head to the line for 2. He'll pin that one on Jared Allen.
Shooting for LA. Russell Westbrook. 2 shots.
That free throw misses.
You know, intensity is what makes Russell Westbrook so special. He's relentless, and it's difficult for even great players to keep up with him.
Pass to Mobley. Now here's Allen. Garland with the ball. Back to Allen. Yes, and a nice assist from Garland. And it's a 12-point Cleveland lead.
With a soft touch around the basket, when Allen gets good looks inside, he's able to capitalize.
Time called here. Los Angeles decides to talk it over. For the Clippers, Covington's checked in for Batum, and it's Paul George in for Westbrook. The Clippers have gone 4 of 8 in the third. Leonard with a screen on Garland. Out to Covington from deep. Hits a 3-pointer. Covington's gotten himself going with a triple, his first basket of the game.
Well, Paul knows the defense is locked in on him, so he takes advantage and finds the open man.
On the wing, Mitchell. Leonard defending. Back to Mitchell. Just 5 on the clock. Tried to come right back with a 3 of his own, but it's no good. Los Angeles has gone 2 of 3 from outside so far in the third quarter. Pass to Plumlee. Here's Leonard. Ooh, solid defense from Mitchell. Cleveland has gone only 1 of 3 from deep here in the third. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. It's going to go on Paul George.
The explosiveness of Mitchell puts defenders in a tough spot. That time, he draws the foul. money from the stripe. He does a great job night in and night out.
George against Garland. George passes to Leonard, and that one drops. Leonard's got 6.
We know about George's ability as a scorer, but he's also unselfish and a skilled playmaker.
And so it's Cleveland with a 9-point cushion at the end of the quarter. Their play has earned them a nice lead, one they'll look. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
This is the definition of team chemistry. I love to see this kind of communication and connection between teammates leading to the perfect pass.
Fundamental basketball. Keep your eyes up, keep the ball moving. You're going to keep the defense on its heels.
Fourth quarter action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. Okoro at the 3 with Mobley at the 4. Mitchell out there with Darius Garland. And it's Allen in at the 5. That's the 5 for Cleveland right now. So he gets them both. The Cavaliers leading. Outside Garland. Launches it. Tips it. Great positioning on the putback.
Now that takes serious effort and a light touch.
No need to overdo it. Just lightly tip it in. Leonard against Mitchell. Leonard passes to Plumlee. Pass to George. And he was camped in the lane there. He gets a 3-second call.
It's so easy to get frustrated when you make mistakes, but you have to keep battling.
It's just one trip down the court, but you have to have short memory in this league or you won't last long.
George against Garland. Mobley, a screen on George. Garland, the pass to Mobley. And he got the whistle on the way up, so he'll be headed to the line for a pair. All right, guys, what's your take on the hustle stats for the Cavaliers?
Their activity has been at a constant level. Always around the ball, quick hands causing a lot of steals.
Yeah, they've also done a great job of running. Attacking when they get the chance, always a great idea.
Pass to Leonard. Kicks it to George. 4-3. And so they choose to intentionally foul.
His first, second team foul.
George outside. Second shot opportunity. And he lays it up and in.
It's one of those nights where George's number has been called time after time.
Mitchell, the pass to Mobley. Back to Mitchell. Final quarter here, and we're just over a minute and a half through it. And Mitchell with the slam.
Putting consistent pressure on this defense. Just the threat of him out there makes this offense work.
Out to Leonard. Pass to Plumlee. Back to Leonard. Now Zubac. It's Covington on the wing. Shot clock at 5. Offensive rebound. Leonard passes to Zubac. George for 3. The shot that time not on target. So Cleveland will take it the other way. They've led by as many as 14. And the ball out of play. The Clippers will have it. Pass to Plumlee. Tipped. George against Garland. Going inside. And count the basket. He was fouled. And he's going to the line for one more. The Clippers have gone 1 of 4 since the fourth quarter began. Leonard finds Plumlee. Back to Leonard. To the middle. And stolen by Mobley. Here's Mitchell. Oh, and Mitchell powers it home.
And they're refusing to take a break, even with a nice lead. They just continue to attack. You have to love it.
They've taken nothing for granted. You can see they're playing the moment rather than the score. He's doing what he can do to pull them closer, but it's not enough. He needs more help.
2 minutes.
Back to Garland. And Garland gets doubled. Here's Mitchell.
Oh, did you see that?
I like that by Donovan Mitchell. Sacrifices his body and takes the hit. That's good offense.
George outside. Leonard outside. Fires from deep. It's rebounded by Cleveland. Mobley's got 4 rebounds now. Allen, pass to Mobley. And Mobley throws it down.
It looks like it'll be a big win for them here. Time to just cruise to the end of the game and chalk up the victory for the Cavaliers.
I think it was their play in the paint that got them the win tonight.
And the defense seemed powerless to stop them down low, resulting in plenty of high percentage shots for them.
And what a huge performance it was for Donovan Mitchell.
I thought he did a good job of filling out the defense early on. Then once he found his groove, he stayed aggressive throughout.
They're simply not missing. Unreal.
Good shooting can be contagious. You see the confidence running through this team right now.
Los Angeles has gone just 1 of 6 from downtown in this final quarter. George passes to Zubac. It's good. Set up beautifully by George.
Not just selling for something along the perimeter. Excellent job.
Up top, Allen. He's guarded by Zubac. Mitchell double team. Pass to Okoro. Oh, there's the alley. And it's Allen who slams it home.
This is what winning is all about. Playing your best when it matters most.
It's called killer instinct. It's one thing to be close at the end. It's another to finish.
Ooh, and Leonard throws it down.
I'll tell you what, it's good to be his age.
Yeah, I don't have memories like that at my age, though. Inside, here's Okoro. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. It's going to go on Kawhi Leonard. And the first one at the line is good. And so he makes both from the line. Here's George. Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. Leonard outside. Takes the 3. And the rebound goes to the Cavaliers. Just let the clock run out.
Hey, it's time to celebrate.
Here's Okoro. And so Cleveland takes this one by a big margin. Well, this might not have been the most competitive game